Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for taking the time to join us here on DLD After Dark. Hey, I just wanted to congratulate Toytown Inc. for being number one this evening. You, sir, deserve at least two. Crisp thumbs up. Congratulations. So everyone give Toytown Inc. a quick little shout out. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen my title for today, okay? Now, in my title, you'll see that it says DLD Live, China Balloon and Chemical Spill, Acid Rain, Food and Fuel Shortages. Nothing to see here. And it's a little bit of a joke because I have a surprise guest. I didn't want to throw it out there in the title just yet. I'll go back and edit it, but I mean, really, the crazy thing is, like, all that stuff is actually going on right now, literally right now. But before we begin the stream, let's just go ahead and say a quick hello to our channel members, and then we'll get started. So Kurt 24, what's up, brother? Channel member. We got Z, channel member. We got let's see, Z Kurt 20. Dang, y'all still talking. I only left y'all for in here for a few minutes. Hey, BV Luminous, what's up, brother? Another channel member. We got Goombeam up in here, and still to this day, Goombeam, I gotta show some love. I am still rocking that low, medium, hype. Still rocking it every single day. Love it, love it. Let's see, 24, Goombeam, BB Luminous, Z. We got, oh my goodness, Marine Gun Builder is in my chat. What? That's crazy. Marine Gun Builder, man. Good to see you, MGB. He's just an excellent human being, you know. Gotta show some love. Oh, hold up, my chat just refreshed. Let's see. Kurt 24, Flying Rich, another channel member. What's up, brother? Jeff Cron, channel member. Hey, Mike McClune, another channel member. All these great people. ADXR 920, another channel member. Taco Syndicate, another channel member. Look at, oh man, everyone just jumps in right away. I love it. Love it. Let's see. And of course, all the hey, what's up, brother? JC9, what's up? All the honorable mentions, JC9. We got, oh, hey, look at you, Flying Rich, logging in under two different accounts. Are you just trying to get me the views? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We got Existence Mundane, Mr. Bew Galoo, Fire Rider, Shogun Customs. What's up, Shogun Customs? Another chief instructor with Freedom Crew, by the way, just saying. Joe Morris, what's up, brother? Garrett, what's popping? Welcome, welcome. And all you guys, love all y'all. Great to see you here. Wesley Foster, what's up, brother? And dang old Matt. Oh, dang it, Bobby. I'll tell you what. So I was looking at, who would be the best person to bring on to have these kind of conversations with what's going on in the world. We need to get somebody that just is in touch with reality. Not what the general public thinks is the reality. What's actually going on. So who better to bring on than President Joe Biden? I'm just kidding. Then Marine Gun Builder.
What up, man?
What's
What's
up, brother?
going
Good to see
on?
you. Appreciate you coming
Good to
in,
see
joining us,
you
man.
too. You mean you
Yeah,
brought me on in a world full of bananas to make sense of this shit?
yeah. I figured we could at least touch on some of this crazy. I mean, it's crazy. It's if half the stuff that was going on now happened like a decade ago, we would think the world was coming to an end, straight up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, chemical spills. Listen, it's all the stuff that we always talk about, though, right? Like, you got to take the shit into your own hands, right? You've got to prepare your own tribe, do
Mhm.
your own thing, take care of yourself, learn the fucking knowledge you need to learn, because
Yeah.
the world is crazy out there,
Oh,
and you've
yeah.
got to protect yourself. And this is the whole thing that we always talk about, right?
Yeah.
Is this independent mindset that we have in our community of we don't want to be taken care of. You know why? Because you fucking people are too incompetent to take care of us, right?
Yeah.
You can't be trusted to take care of us because
Clearly.
actually, if we need you, you're not there. So it
Yeah.
is up to us to take care of our own tribe. And look,
Yep.
not only has the world always been a dangerous place, okay, but it's at the point now where the actual people in charge are making it extremely dangerous, right?
Yep.
So it's
Facts.
beyond just our fellow humans that go off their fucking rocker to now we have institutional craziness,
Yep.
being encouraged. I mean, look, the last 10 years has been a complete and utter breakdown of society.
Yeah.
Slowly. What's the next 10 years look like, dude?
Man, that the first thing that comes to my mind, right? Like my daughter is 6 years old, right? So I'm looking at the next decade and I'm like, okay, she's going to be 16. She is going to be, growing into a young woman, right?
Mhm.
Deciding who she is going to be as an adult over the next 10 years
Yeah.
amidst all of this crazy I'm like, damn, I don't know what it's going to look like. And I try to take it lightly. I try to take it with a smile, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows here how seriously I do take this too, because if you don't laugh, you'll go crazy, or if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But it's terrible to think where we may be. I mean, not only is all the shit going on, like we mentioned, right? But like severe, severe challenges in our country that were actually caused by
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 our
us.
leaders, our
Yep.
leaders,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, by our selected, I mean, elected, leaders, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of these things are happening because of shit that we did, we as the United States, or because of shit that we, the United States, has not done, right? I mean, we've completely shut down our domestic energy. We've completely forcefully shut down the domestic, food, like agricultural shits, like they're killing animals, they're burning crops, they're, I mean, this is it's crazy. So
Yeah.
what the next 10 years is going to look like, bro, I got no idea.
You know what? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen.
Just-
Let's get comfy.
yeah, let me, you know what, I
Let's
know I didn't even introduce, I'm so sorry.
no,
Let's go back
it's
up a
all
little
right.
bit.
No, no, no. Let's get comfy because you just said we. We. We have to have a we talk. Okay. Not a we talk, but a we talk. Because it's very, very important that folks see what's right in front of our face. Okay. And what I'm about to say isn't fucking pretty. Okay. But it is factual. So, we, the people, okay,
Yeah.
we know for a fact that we have a leader who believes that no amendment is absolute. Correct?
Yeah.
So, the leader does not believe in we, the people, the Constitution. However, it's not just him. That was actually said, if you read the Twitter files, while he was running for president, that was coming from the Democratic National Committee, was telling Twitter that when it comes to freedom of speech, not all amendments are absolute. That's actually in the Twitter files, and those exact words coming from the DNC to Twitter when Twitter was pushing back, saying, hey, we don't know if we should censor this. And their response was, no amendment is absolute. So this isn't a Joe Biden thing. This is
Mhm.
a Democratic national committee. It's the party who believes that no amendments are absolute. They weren't talking about the Second Amendment. They were talking about the First Amendment at that time. Okay.
Unless it's
We
their
learned about
speech.
that now. Okay. But this has been after he has publicly said on several occasions when it came to the Second Amendment. Okay. But they were talking about the First Amendment before they were talking about the Second Amendment. Understand, my friends, that we cannot sit here and scream Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. You can do that all you want.
Mhm.
But what you have to realize, again, facts that we don't like, but they are facts, is that we, the people, the Constitution relies on those first three words. We, the people, not allowing them to do this. But 50%, 100 million people in this country easily fork it over to them without any fight. They
For
don't
sure.
want it. Now, you don't have to like that, but that is the truth. And so, again, the only way the Constitution stays what it is if we, the people, are united in the belief in the rights that are written in there and guaranteed to us. But when you have almost 50% of the people voting against those rights or not wanting those rights or giving up those rights, it's going to be very hard to continue down in America where those rights are guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you just saw, but if you are really paying attention to what's happening with Canada, who we are taking lots of leadership advice from, which I don't understand why, but we have
Yeah.
been. But they have this whole thing now where the word freedom is tied to right wing extremism. They've
Yeah.
started to correlate the word freedom with what?
With domestic
Extremism,
terrorism and extremism.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
MVEs, right? That's the people, these far right wing people, that the word freedom
Hmm.
is now becoming that, and then this is what the media will push.
Yeah.
And so, you
There's
know,
actually, just really quickly, there's actually, somebody sent it to me. There has been recently a um, a condition described, and I'll share it with you. It actually now has a name. Okay, it is. It's called eleutheromania. Uh, Eleutheromania is a mania or frantic zeal for freedom. Some usage of the term make it sound like it could be used in a medical context with a hint of an irrational disorder, such as John G. Robertson's definition that described it as a mad zeal or irresistible craving for freedom. There is a medical condition for a desire for too much freedom. I wonder what the prescription for that would be, right? Probably something with, aluminum runoff and, like
wow, what is a
fluoride and
woman?
yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
we're going to a pretty dangerous place here, and, in all reality, we've been there. It's just, I don't think, um, for the longest time that they were as open with it, so it feels like we are being attacked as a country, not just we, the people that believe what we believe or think like us. I mean, I feel like we're as a country being attacked by our own. So sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, I fully agree with you. We're attacked from within,
Hmm.
but again, you have to understand what we're saying though. What is the word attacked? Because we're saying, hey, we're being these things that are guaranteed to us are being attacked and being stripped away. Does anybody want to do anything about them? And then you have the other side saying, the fact that you still want them, you're attacking us. Leave us alone, you
Yeah,
bad people. So there's complete opposites here in America of way of thinking, right? Like,
yeah.
look, we spend our time around people who are like us,
Yeah,
right? And so, when we start to cross the aisle and socialize, we're disconnected because we can't fathom why somebody would want to give up their individual rights. And because we understand logically and through the study of history, not rewriting history, but the study of history, that, and I think we said this last time we were on there, what these people want is not really the world they're going to get.
yeah.
Because when they do get rid of rights, or if they're successful getting rid of rights, guess what they're going to attack next?
Oh,
All the
for
things
sure.
they love, that they think they stand for.
Well,
And
part
I think that there's no clearer thing. If we just look at the last year, bud, think about these fucking climate activists that go fucking crazy, right?
yeah,
Go crazy. And just look at this last year, the pipeline, and now Ohio. You
yeah.
know, I mean, like, they have caused massive. I mean, Ohio is like the biggest environmental situation that's happened in America,
Oh my
right?
god.
And
Yeah,
and
it's
the
crazy.
Nostrum was the biggest global one that could have happened in like at least the last 10 years,
Yeah.
right? So
And
like,
then all of these dirtbags drive Priuses, which puts way just literally, uh, designing, developing, and building the amount of Priuses that they do puts so much more of a carbon footprint on the planet than
you're right.
it's
You're
almost, like,
right.
hilarious. I'm gonna
Right.
use my lithium batteries. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
I
like,
know. I
so
know, man. I know.
yeah,
And so, but getting back to your original point, it is hard to maintain a positive mental attitude. It is hard,
yeah,
to have all that hope and keep that smile on your face, but you have to, right?
yeah,
Like we have to. We went, or I'll just speak for myself. I won't say we. I went from brushing off, like if I take the last couple of years, right? I went
Mhm.
brushing off all of the nonsense that came out of them as they're just fucking idiots. Like for
Yeah.
years, I was just like, these people are so fucking stupid. Like I can't even deal with them. And I would just laugh it off or just not deal with it.
Mhm.
But that was a mistake. It was a
Yeah.
mistake that I made. And I think a lot of people like me made that mistake. Like we just didn't take their nonsense serious.
Yep.
And because we didn't, like we should have just let them all eat the fucking Tide Pods. Like, why did we stop that? We should have just let
Yeah.
them fucking eat the Tide Pods and we wouldn't
Natural
be in this
selection.
fucking situation, right? Like, we should have just let them fucking do it. But we brushed it off and now we're here. And not only are we here, but these people are in charge. And
Yeah.
we have seen them become extremely dangerous
Yeah.
to society as a whole, even their own people. They're so dangerous to their own people, but their own people will never see it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I
so
think one of the things that I find solace in is like something as simple as building a Glock or building an AR or using the ghost gunner or 3D printing something. Like I find so much comfort in building a gun. That those kinds of things do a few things for me. Like when all of this craziness is going on, I'm like, okay, I'm missing everything but a slide for this 26, right? So if I go get a 26 slide, I can go bang out this frame. I can go, put these parts together. I can spend time and energy and money and
mhm,
build, like, let's say this Glock for an example, right? Then I build this Glock and I'm doing something that's kind of taking my mind off of everything, all the craziness. It's having me focus on it less. It's therapeutic, but at the same time, it's also a form of preparation. It's also a form of, like, I could possibly arm someone else if they need it, or just add it to my armory, in the
yeah,
background. So I find doing things like that actually get me through these crazy times as well.
yeah. I like to add on a couple of things to that if I can.
Yeah.
The first is, what is the motto of Freedom Crew University? One of the mottos is that they
Build with
can
the best,
ban,
baby.
yeah, build with the best. Yeah, obviously, but they can ban what you buy, they can ban what you already own, but they cannot ban what you know.
Yeah.
And so if you're not taking classes, you're not putting that knowledge in your head, you're not becoming proficient at this, you're going to be on the other end where you're not prepared, right? You're going to be less prepared in a world where I don't even believe that you can be over prepared because it's so fucking out of whack that
Yeah.
you just don't know anymore, right? Like you've got to be over prepared, right? Like so I mean obviously like prepare your tribe, like I have been saying for years, like I'm just in rotation, right? I'm rotating stock out, putting stock in, but I'm good. I'm not prepping anymore. I fucking years worth of supplies. And even now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I don't have the right shit. Like I'm starting to
Yeah. Yep.
like, it's become that. But I want to take your note on building
Yeah.
because so
Building correctly.
I look at I look at everything that we do, and I mean we as a community. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, uh, I look at it and it's like four stages. Okay. So I think maybe everybody here, thank you, William. I appreciate that. And I saw
Yeah.
Princess's comment. Thank you, Princess, kicking
Yeah,
butt.
just a quick shout out to, C&T, William, Princess Kicking Butt, AKA Ting Ting, Amber Tower, good to see you. See, I missed a couple people, but, thank you all for joining us at
Mhm.
Metal Super S You changed your name, bro? Metal Super Sandwich Chef. Well, welcome back. All you guys, thank you for joining us. JD, Dantes, what's up? Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, man. So look, I think that it kind of ties into what we're saying, like the where we find ourselves and what the next 10 years looks like and building and all of this stuff, right? So I look at the build community or the person in four different characteristics, right?
Mhm.
So like first there's like an activity. It starts as an activity, right? Someone who already owns firearms, they may be proficient in firearms, but they start to customize their firearm, right? They put on, you know, attach things and accessories, and it
Yep.
becomes an activity to customize their gun, right? So this gun customization thing is an activity for them in what they have.
Yep.
And then some of those people move into the hobbyist where they actually start to learn to build their own firearm. Okay. And in that
Mhm.
hobbyist journey is, you know, kind of like the bug has bit you, right?
Yep.
Like you were accessorizing, it was an activity. I'm not talking about firearms proficiency because you can be very proficient in firearms. I'm talking about customization and getting into building, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you'll find the hobbyist people come in and they already either have a lot of knowledge about firearms in general or they're new. And that's what makes it so great. But they start to, you know, learn everything. They're watching videos after videos, you know, they're joining communities, they're,
Yep.
you know, becoming part of that hobbyist, real enthusiast, soaking up all the knowledge, learning from others, learning from videos, part of the communities, joining live streams, right? They're
Mhm.
involved and they become a hardcore enthusiast over time, right?
Yep.
And then at some point through all that learning and all that journey, they 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 then switch to what I call lifestyle.
Mhm.
Okay. So they started like this activity, they come through hobbying, and then a certain portion of them will come to lifestyle. And when it comes to lifestyle, these people have transitioned. They're building many different things. They're building Glocks, SIGs, ARs, 1022, shotguns, AKs,
Mhm.
1911s, right? And they're never going to go in a store and buy a gun again because
Yeah.
they know that they can build their own custom with the knowledge that they've learned and the tools that they've acquired over time, that they can build anything much better and custom fit to their needs than they could ever buy in a store, and they could do it cheaper because they have the knowledge now to do it,
Yep.
right? And so you have these people now that live a lifestyle when it comes to firearms, they're completely independent of all that other stuff. Okay, they
Yeah.
do it all on their own. Okay, so that's like the three main focuses as
Mhm.
I see in the build community. And then there's the last one, which is the people who do it for purpose and meaning and a profession. Okay. So like that would be me.
Mhm.
Okay. I do this as a purposeful meaning in my life.
Mhm.
This is what I dedicate my life to. Okay. But the reason isn't to just make videos.
Yeah.
Right? The reason is because the number one thing that I can do at this point, I've been through all those stages. The number
Mhm.
one thing that I can do is bring new people to this community.
For
Because
sure.
for every person that I bring into the build community, I am solidifying our rights. Because as soon as they get bit, they automatically become a patriot and they will automatically not allow anybody to trounce on their Second Amendment right. So for
Yeah.
every person that I can individually capture out there and bring them into this community and love it and be as passionate about it as we do, then that is another patriot on our side who will not allow their fundamental rights to be trampled on.
Oh, yeah.
And now, when we can do that as a collective team, like we're doing with Freedom Crew University, now you got 10 of us combined trying to reach as many people as possible and bring them in to this. This
Yeah.
is what it's all about because that's the only way you win this.
Yeah.
This is the only way. It is not one in because they could decide they get enough people behind them and enough power, my friends, which you're very close to now. They could
Mhm.
just rewrite a new constitution. Don't think that this can't fucking happen. They'll
Oh,
threaten
yeah.
military against you. They've done all this before. The only thing that really stops it is in the next 10 years, if we focus and we reach new people and we bring them under our wing and we mentor them and we teach them and we give it all the knowledge we can to them, that increases our numbers for a generation.
Totally.
You
Yeah.
know?
Totally agree. And one of the things I like to do, like let's say I'm helping somebody, giving them guidance through a build or, assembly or just customization, whatever kind of stage they're at. Let's say a build, for an example. I'll use one of my friends wanted to build a 26, and I helped him put together this gold Gucci 26. Like, it was pretty dope, actually. The
Yeah.
back plate was, brass, and it was actually Gucci print with his initials in it. It was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Uh, but when I was going through everything with him, he's like, "Man, this is so much different than just, you know, changing out, like, your back plates, and, like, this is
Right.
a whole thing," and he felt really accomplished, and I was like, the only thing that I ask, right? Because he wanted to, pay me and give me, because I was like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
accept any money for it, right? Um, he was trying to give me ammo, and so I was like, look, the only thing that I ask is that you turn around and go bring somebody else in the building, right? And maybe it's bringing just somebody that's curious to the range, or maybe it's bringing, like, a gun guy into building, or whatever it is. Just bring somebody else into what we're doing, because that's the true advocacy for the whatever you want to call it, whether it's the movement, the community, the cause. It's something that will absolutely die off, and could die off if we don't take these precautions. And the other thing is, I think that's why we do what we do. The reason that we, build and build and hoard guns, and, create an armory, and stash magazines and ammo, and guns and gear and all this stuff, is because, yeah, we've been threatened with the actual possibility of these fools just everything is gone like that quickly, and whatever you got is what you're stuck with. So, yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
That
And
always kinda, is in the back of my mind.
I think, yeah, and I think we all need to bring it to the forefront of our mind, because I
Yeah,
think what we have seen, like you just said, like it's been aggressive and more outspoken now. But I would just go a step further and say they are doing those things. They are coming and they are taking.
yeah,
This isn't could they or might they? No, they are.
yeah. It's when
Right?
will they?
This isn't. We're no longer at that stage of, where they were lying and they were like, "Oh, nobody wants your guns. We just want common sense gun laws." Remember all
Yeah,
those years, right? Right?
yeah,
No,
right.
no, 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 no. They want everything you own. They don't
Yeah,
care what it is. Magazines, braces, whatever it is, straps,
yep,
fucking leather belts. They want it all.
yeah.
Okay, they don't
They
want.
want your
They want
actual
it
gun
all.
belts, like
They want it all.
yep,
Right.
yep,
So let's talk. Let's say this for a second though. Here's the thing. You know, this stuff right now is in waves.
yeah.
Okay, it's in waves,
How
and it's
so?
like anything else. There's peaks and valleys, and we've been decimated over the last 2 years since he took over.
Mhm.
Okay, we've been decimated. But here's the thing, folks, is that it is an ebb and flow. And I can tell you when it comes to this is my personal opinion, and I haven't said this yet, so it'll be the first time I actually say this on your show, right?
Heyo.
Um, I have always said though that this is a game of patience, right?
Yep,
And that our government and its incompetence is slow to react, but when they react, they overreact with very little knowledge of how they're reacting.
yeah,
Okay. And so is the truth when it comes to us and the build community. They overreacted and not understanding what they were reacting to. Okay.
yeah,
Like I said, I always said patience is on our time. Let them overstep, let them overreach, let them be, do their thing that they do and overreact, because this is how you catch them. Okay. So now let's understand frame and receiver rule. Okay. And I don't care what your personal opinions are on do we win it or don't we win it or all that other stuff, okay, or what
mhm,
the definition of a firearm is, because if we really get to the I think Warsaw was in here saying it, and I agree with you. Warsaw, is it Warsaw? He's
Warsaw
absolutely right.
Patriot.
The
Yeah.
rest of the Second Amendment community could give two fucking shits about us, and they're so divided that it's disgusting. But us
Yeah.
particularly, okay, in the build community, us particularly, we're the forgotten. We're the ones that the larger portion of the firearm community doesn't want to deal with us, okay? Because they say they do, but they're never around when we need them.
Of
That's just
course.
the truth, okay?
Yep.
And part of that, let's all face it, and let's be honest here, they have done a fantastic job at marketing us and painting us as the most evil, violent people on earth. These people who build ghost guns. They're so mean. They've done a great job marketing us as that.
Of
Now, what we
course.
really are, which is a hobbyist, enthusiast, active activities, lifestyle, the things that I drew out.
Mhm.
Okay. But they've painted us as monsters. And so the larger part of the firearms community who is being selfish, right? It's like, well, okay, we'll go after them, right?
Yeah. Go
But
after them because I want my 1022 or
right.
my bolt a we are a very
And they
segmented
eventually
community.
come for them too. But that's not the point.
Yep,
The
yep.
point here is this: when they did this frame and receiver rule change, and yes, we're not going to get into the whole they don't have the right to do that. Okay.
Yeah, we all
We know
know.
all this. We can't rehash this.
Yeah.
Where they fucked up wasn't that. Like in the end, when this is the end game, isn't going to be that. Because remember how I said they overreact?
Mhm.
The fucking idiots went after braces
Yeah.
and they did the exact same process. And so if they had just done frame and receiver, I would say, yeah, we would win, but it would take a lot longer. But because they so fucking greedy and they can't help themselves and they're paid by the anti-gun lobby, they went after braces doing the same exact process that they did for frame and receiver. The difference is, you fucking morons, is there's 4 million people with fucking braces. The build community's like this, and
Yeah.
you opened it up like that. So
Yeah.
what's going to happen now is you pissed off 4 million people who are going to fight you fucking tooth and nail. You're going to get slammed on your process, which is going to be the same process that you did to frame and receiver, and it's going to fucking undo it.
Yeah, it'll probably nullify both.
Yes,
But
at
they
the same time,
yeah,
you know?
and I don't think that they see what they're doing, and with everything kind of compounding in our favor, I would say, well, you never know what they're capable of, right? But let's just say we got the Bruin decision on our side, right?
Yeah,
We have the West Virginia versus the EPA on our side that the ATF cannot regulate an industry, right? The ATF cannot regulate accessories. They honestly, and just to throw
right.
this out there, y'all all know we don't believe that they should even exist, right? The mere existence of the gay TF is, on its own an infringement, right?
Yep,
So I don't think we need to say that. But for the new viewers there, just so y'all know, but we have a lot of things going in our direction. And obviously, the frame and receivers rule change, which oddly enough, the entire weight of federal law is behind it. And then of course the braces, same thing, a rule change, which the entire weight of federal law is behind it, are all being challenged in court. And we know that. And shout out real quick, shout out to you, Flying Rich. Thank you for the $2 super chat.
yeah.
He says, OMG, Flying Rich Firearms hit 400 subscribers.
Congratulations, brother Rich.
Hell yeah, man. That's his
Huge feat. And it's 400 subs in a month. I think it's let's face it too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Huge
mean,
guy.
that's a big deal, man.
Love to
Congrats,
play,
Rich.
buddy.
That's his backup channel. As soon as he hit 10,000 subs on his primary channel, Flying Rich, YouTube was like, started
Mm.
started hitting him with the strikes, and we all got strikes. Oh, and it is John Crump's birthday, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen. I
happy
just
birthday, Johnny.
yeah,
Happy
man.
birthday, man.
Great dude. He does a lot for the
Oh,
movement, a lot for advocacy for our natural rights. So yeah, happy birthday, brother. Thank you. Sorry, I just want to throw that out there. But
yeah.
yes, I think everything that we're doing as a community, and even like everything that's happening with lawsuits and everything that's challenging the bullshit that's happened over the last few years. That's one thing. It also just to like personally get involved, and I know you got limited time. We got a little less than 15 minutes, but me so starting DLD hardware and getting involved with like Freedom Crew University like that, man, I've sold like 2,000 jigs. So I know for a fact personally in the last 5, 6 months, I have helped
Yeah.
others build at least 2,000, and these fools are reusing the jigs, right?
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah, of course.
and they're single use, y'all, but you can get away with it, sometimes. But, just feeling like, man, I feel like I personally contributed to the people in the community, so shout out to all you guys for the support there at DLD Hardware. Thank you.
Don't feel like you did. You have. You have.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody in here tonight showing support and
yep,
commenting and being part of the community at whatever level you're a part of the community, you are contributing and helping to reach that next patriot to put on our side.
hell
Like
yeah.
I said, every view, every like, every comment, Rich just said he has 400 subs. Like,
Mhm.
Rich, you post a link in here, right? Like, everybody watch his channel too and become part of that, because with every piece of that, you're able to attract new people who become patriots for life.
Yep.
People don't stop building guns and then want to give up rights someday.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right. And I've said this before. This is the Second Amendment. This is it. It's not all the other stuff. It's this.
yep,
It's this. Right. And so this is the one, the one place that had up until recently had, and well, they don't really have anymore, but had no government overreach as
yeah,
far as like regulation of what you can buy, own, and possess. Now,
yeah,
states, I think a lot of these state laws are going to be undone as well. And again, I'm tying it all back to the egregious process that they did with the braces as well.
yep,
Like again, they marketed this stuff so well that they would have had a lot of support on their side still. It would have been an uphill battle. We would have eventually won because the process was so fucking corrupt.
yep.
However, it would have been a lot harder had they not done the braces. That's just
Yeah, I
my
mean,
opinion.
it's crazy to see what they've done to, the amount of government overreach has been insane. But a couple times this has been mentioned, and I agree that the community is segmented. That a lot of people were guilty of, and I was too, like in the beginning, the bump stock thing, right? It was like, well, I don't have a bump stock. I don't care about bump stocks. Like, we all kind of start to evolve, right? And at that point, like me personally, my beliefs were like, well, I mean, I'll just stand back and watch and see what happens. I had no idea at that time. Now I look at all of the
Yeah,
shit very differently. But at that time, I didn't know that one is the same thing as the other, right? Like
yeah,
it's the same exact
all the
thing.
same.
It's yeah, and that like them getting bump stocks is how they got frames and receivers and braces. And now let's be clear, they don't have them, right? They don't have them. They like we're still building lawfully. And shout out to Polymer 80 for turning around a new frame in like 2 weeks and having it ready for SHOT Show.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy. So
yeah.
yeah, shout out to them, man. That's dope.
And by the way, these new frames with the extra like little pieces in the trigger housing area, in the block area, in the hull,
Hmm.
understand that, if as soon as this gets overturned, they're going to go back to the old frames. These are going to be a commodity. Even though there's more work, there's going to be very few of them ever run. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
almost like
just saying.
that sounds like something else I recall. Maybe white frames, maybe stripe
Limited
frame.
run stuff over time becomes very valuable.
I'm gonna keep one just completely untouched, not even touch them at
Right.
all. And
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the bridge frame. I wanted a bridge frame." But it's funny because a lot of people are, Polymer 80 had referred to it as the bridge frame because it's like the bridge, to get us from
Yeah.
here to there and to fill the gap between now and the lawsuits and all that. And
Mhm.
I think it's a great kind of like it's kind of like an industry term, less than like a. I don't think they're really calling it that publicly. Some people have, but one day somebody's going to be running around like, man, if I could only get my hands on a bridge frame. So
Right.
maybe get some and hang on to them as well. So
Right. And look, I mean, it's always the stuff nobody wanted, right? Like, because you can see if they come back with the old frames because they win, nobody's going to want to do the extra work, right? But
mhm.
guys, this was the same shit like when the Ready Mod frames were out. Nobody wanted a Ready Mod frame.
Yep.
They probably buy one for 2 grand now, right? They can
Yep.
charge whatever they want, right? But
Yep.
the Ready Mods, the white frame was the same way. Some of the old Spectra frames, like in purple and shit, were the same way.
Oh
Nobody
yeah.
wants that fucking color. Like, why did they make? And then all of a sudden, over time, very limited amount,
Yeah.
worth a big chunk of change.
And I heard that blue titanium and cobalt may fall into that category as well. So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody out there, if you have some blue titanium frames and some cobalt frames just sitting, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just hang on to them, y'all.
Yeah, hang on to them,
Yeah.
build, you always build though too, if that's the only thing that you
Oh
have.
yeah.
Like, because I know there's a lot of people on the sidelines just because we have so many people coming into the school
Yeah.
right now who are like starving because they haven't been able to buy anything
Yeah.
and they're just waiting to buy and they're buying the new stuff and
Yep.
they got to learn how to build the new stuff, but they've been sitting on the sidelines for months waiting to buy something, and they hadn't been able to until now. So,
Yeah.
we got a whole bunch of people ready to go probably in the
Yeah.
next week or so when these actually hit
I, I'll
doorsteps.
I'll say this. I think people aren't looking at the bridge frames as they should. There's been some people that are saying, negative things like, "Oh, they took a knee." They like, what is the entire Polymer 80 company and staff all supposed to go to jail for a little bit of plastic? Like, come on, y'all. Let's be real, right? Like this this is y'all's opportunity, okay? You got to think about it like this. A massive, massive, you know, nine-figure, or I don't even know, a massive multi-million dollar company got a problem in the mail at December 27th at 3:32 PM. Boom, this can't be done anymore. And they're like, "What? The only thing I do can't be done anymore for profit?" Like, this is crazy, right? Within 2 weeks, by the time they hit the SHOT Show floor, they had a new frame ready to go. They had a solution, and then within, 2, 3 weeks of that, they were already in the mail to us, to the community. Like, I think that's something that not only, 1, needs to be celebrated, but 2, you guys and all of us purchasing these bridge frames, that is your contribution to keeping the building community alive. So many companies out there are struggling, they are just getting by, and we need to take care of the people in our community. So if you're just kind of holding off to not build now, or you want to build later or something, like, we have to do it. I would honestly look at it, and I jokingly said this the other day, but now I'm kind of looking at it a little more realistically. I jokingly said, the bridge frames are the new frames from Polymer 80 are basically like a foundation for you to donate to keep the build industry alive. But
Yeah.
honestly, it kind of is. It's our opportunity to like play a part in keeping this going. And that's my little
So
soapbox, right?
so part of this though is let's have a more blunt talk.
Hmm.
Okay. Part of it is even responding to these fucking people who say these things. Palmer 80 took a knee. Palmer 80 didn't take a fucking knee. And by the way, anybody who said that, what the fuck did you do? How
Yeah.
have you advanced this industry? Because they've been putting fucking 70,000 fucking pieces of freedom a month into people's hands for years. So what the fuck did you do?
Yep.
Like we have so many keyboard warriors. What the fuck have you done?
Yep.
If you're gonna talk, and so part of the strength of our community is for other people to stand up and say, "Hey, asshole, you're either with us or you're against us. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I was really
Like,
proud.
look. I'll be straight. Like we've been straight before. Like, people get fucking pissed at me and they talk shit about me because I took my fucking site down. Okay, it was flagged as a domestic extremist fucking site. You want me to give them your information, or you want me to pull the fucking domain?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not Facebook, I'm not YouTube, I'm not fucking Twitter. They don't have any fucking right to my information.
Yeah.
in the community we had. They don't have that fucking right,
He did it to
right?
protect the
Yeah,
community.
like I'm the fucking gatekeeper, man. You're not getting it. Oh,
Yep.
why'd you pull your videos down? Said fucking three strikes and they're about to shut the fucking channel down that we spent fucking years to accumulate 100,000 people. We're not
Yep.
about to fucking give that up.
Yep.
So you don't want us on your platform? Fine. But we're taking the people with us,
Yep.
right? We're not going to let you shut us down.
Hell
People
yeah.
don't understand the attacks. Do you guys understand? Do you understand that they want the people that are at Parliament 80 fucking dead? They
Yep.
don't want them in jail. They want them fucking dead. You
Yep.
understand that? Right? Like these are evil people you're dealing with. And
Mhm.
and anybody who goes online and starts to talk shit has never spent a fucking day on that front line. So shut
Yep.
your fucking mouth.
Facts.
Period.
And
Period.
I was thrilled to see, like, so for an example, one of the companies selling, the new bridge frame is, 1776 Supply Co. They posted it on their website that they were available. A bunch of people jumped in and they were like, "Hell yeah," like, mad people were excited. Well, one dude several, but one dude specifically jumped in and said, "Oh, this is polymer 80, tail tucking." Dude, he first off, Supplyco said something, I said something, then the moment that they said something and I said something, people started kinda being like, "Dude, this is what freedom fighting looks like, what the fuck have you done?" Everyone started tearing him up, bro, and it's that's what we need. You're right,
Yeah,
100%. We do need to step up and be like, "No, you're wrong. This is what freedom fighting looks like."
absolutely. How are you gonna talk shit to them?
Yeah.
You understand? Can we go down a little further? I would there wouldn't be things on this market had there wouldn't be anything had they not done what they done. Like we were building shit before. We were building ARs, we were building 1911s before Apollo 80
Mhm.
came along.
Yeah.
We've been building guns a long time. But when they came along, they significantly changed the entire landscape of the entire firearms market.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking wider,
Yeah.
right? None of these companies that you know would exist, right? I
Yep.
would even say that bump stocks to a certain degree might not have existed had it not been for Polymer 80, right? I mean, I know that's a leap,
Possibly.
but I would say there's things that they put into people's fucking mind of
Yeah.
what could be possible,
Yeah.
right?
It did.
Of
It created that, there was that extra level of added creativity of, the way they see it is like we're going around certain things. The way we see it is we're complying with them, right? But
yeah,
like it added this extra layer of creativity in the entire industry. And at the time, when building was mostly, like you said, ARs, right? Where you go one place and you buy the blank, and then you go one place and you buy the jig and router, then 1911s and Macs, and just of course AKs, like the
right.
more Renaissance shit. Now it's changed. It allowed the most
Yeah,
entry level people to come in, but I don't want that to be confused by saying, "Oh, it's simple, quick, and easy." Because if you do it correctly, you got to put time into that shit. But they
especially
definitely.
now. You
Oh
know how
yeah,
many people listen, you know the pickle we're in. The pickle we're in with these bridge frames is you can't even get the information anymore
yeah,
because it's not out there,
yep,
right? And now you gotta add on extra things,
yep,
right?
yeah.
You gotta
How
add
are
on
they
extra
going to get
things.
it?
So it's gonna
There's
become harder for us to educate our community as well,
Yep,
right? So we have 2 things: bring in new people, find new patriots, give them the freedom to put the independence into their own hand, and continue the quality of education that we've all been putting out for years under an umbrella where we can't do it openly on social media anymore.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? And
yep.
so, yeah, I mean, look, but getting back to it, hope, like hold on, pain ends, right? That's what hope stands for. Hold on, pain
Yeah,
ends.
yeah,
We're coming to the, we're, as I see it, we've hit the dip and we're on the upswing now. Because what has occurred is people have finally reached their threshold
yeah,
of tolerance. And I just don't think that the other side has seen that clearly enough yet. But
yeah,
that threshold is done. and they don't really care anymore who's in charge or what it is. They're fucking sick of it. And
Yeah.
so, like what you have up here, China balloon, chemical spill, acid rain, food and fuel shortages, like that was this week. What's next week?
Yeah, for
You
real.
know what I
Like,
mean? Like
that's
that's this week.
it's
So
mind-blowing, but that's where I mean, guys, like,
yeah,
looking at where we've come, even over the last, like, let's say 3 years, right? We I never would have thought that, like, one day I'd be talking with my daughter about a pandemic that wiped out X percentage of, of the world, or you know what I mean? Like, there's just things that, like, we don't foresee, and even though the last couple of years, the last 2 years or so has been a challenge, the last 3 years, even under different administration, I think really it's two heads of the same snake, right? It's, both parties, are, you get it. Two
yeah,
wings of the same eagle or bird. Eagle stands for too much freedom. But, it's something that, like, every day we more desensitized to what's really going on in our world, and these little things that are happening, right? Like, I don't know if everybody out there caught it, but there was this live TV airing of Germany having some type of um I don't even know how their governmental system is set up, but um somebody from their government stood up and said that you know, because they're partnering with NATO to get tanks to Ukraine or whatever, that they're involving themselves in an active ground war with Russia. And I mean, they basically declared war with Russia on national TV. And I'm like, these little things that we're just like sweeping under the rug, like these are big things. We're tied up into so much bullshit right now that it is either complete and utter negligence, or it is absolutely, like, happening purposefully right in front of us. It's
yeah.
too wild to do. So we all need to become prepared, and part of that is still building
And
guns as
prepared.
well.
And the big thing that we can you bring up war source comment?
Yeah.
Go up a couple about I like this guy.
Yeah,
Nope.
Warsaw.
Oh yeah, but go up two more.
Oh,
Bring
I
that
see it.
up. It is our job. It is our job and our purpose as patriots to find people like this and bring them home to freedom. That's our purpose.
Totally
That is
agree.
the way we win and we solidify it. And we don't go to court anymore or have to wait until our rights are already trounced upon and rely on federally appointed judges to, depending on what fucking state or district you're in, to, is the Supreme Court in our favor now, but it might not be in the future. The
Yeah,
way we solidify it is to bring more brothers and sisters under our wing.
yeah.
That's how you solve the problem,
And
right?
so many people, like you said, there was a time where you just ignored most of the, like, leftist extremist rhetoric and all that craziness stuff, right? And guys, don't get me confused when I say that, the left and the right are two heads of the same snake. Please believe that the just out of this world leftist extremists are, I still view them likely the same way that you do, or worse. But the thing to remember is, if we just ignore them, then, like MGB is saying, we won't grow our movement. You guys are looking at a dude, me, who, now I'm in my mid 30s. Okay, you're looking at a dude who voted for Obama in his first term. Okay. Now, granted, I was a very young man. I was still into guns, but I was willing to make a compromise on my values and beliefs because I mean, let's be real, the dude could talk. He was slick. And I compromised on my shit, but I'm glad that I did, because it made me pay closer attention to the shit that happened in the future. And I was like, something ain't right. And then my values changed since then. But every single person that you talk to, challenge them on their views in a kind way and in a friendly way, and just have, like, real authentic conversations with them. You would be blown away the amount of people that you can bring into our community. Even several of my family members, I'm the youngest of 5 kids, okay? Several of my family members prior, like pre-COVID, were totally against. They would call me a psychopath, a lunatic, a gun crazy, all this stuff, right? Now, 3 of them all own not only firearms, but the firearms that we talk about that, like, when you're preparing for shit to go bad, right? Like 9 millimeter Glocks, ARs, shit, my dad bought an AR-10 and shit. I was like, "What?"
Mhm.
Like, I was impressed. Good decision.
Yeah,
But these are all people that vehemently opposed, um, you know, most of our values and beliefs. So everyone, everyone can have a shift in their values and beliefs when you bring it's all about how we do it, right? Be kind and be caring, and, you can bring them over.
yeah, and it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum they're on. Can you
Yeah.
bring up DJ Metalhead's comment?
Yeah. Let me
Um,
go back
because
here.
I'm gonna add on to both what he said and what you said, because what he said is absolutely right in the comments. This is a big way
This one.
to introduce people, to get them over any fear, to get them comfortable, and believe me, they have interest in it. Okay, they just need somebody to, again, to be that mentor, to be that leader, and it starts one at a time. Bring them to the
Mm,
range, have a day, and let them get over any fears or answer any questions for them. You don't have to go 0 to, hey, let's go build a fucking gun, right? I mean,
yeah.
you can start with an afternoon, okay?
Yeah.
But the truth here is, and I think I I don't know if we talked about, we might have just talked about it like in instructors meetings and stuff, but
Mhm.
folks, I can tell you that, um, you know, uh, obviously I had the biggest gun building community on the internet, right?
Mhm.
Um, we saw an enormous spike when COVID hit, and it was all Democrats. And it's something that, like, everybody was part of the community back in that time
Yep.
frame, knew and saw, like, that March, I think it was March 2020, like March 2020, when,
That
like,
sounds right. Yeah.
like our growth was like, yeah, 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 and then March 2020, it just fucking,
Oh,
I mean, like 2.5 times its size in a month, and it was all Democrats coming into it. And I had to shut
yeah.
down. We had a political category in the forum. I had to shut it down because it was
It just got
fucking everything
crazy.
up from the message, which was, "Hey, we're here to build."
Yeah.
And but
Yeah.
because we had, up to that point, there was only really Republicans in there, So
Yeah.
when we had this massive explosion, but here's the point. The point was, all of these Democratic folks who never were into firearms and didn't even own firearms, but found themselves in the middle of the fucking pandemic, and there were no firearms to be bought.
Yep.
So they're researching, researching, researching. They're scared. They want to protect themselves and their family because they're fucking human.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they come across, us on YouTube, right? Me,
Yeah.
you, Ralph, right? Panda, Sarge, Banshee, right? They start to come across people like us and, like, oh, I can build it. Oh, and they're available. Okay.
Yeah.
And so now they got to learn a skill. And so our community went through the fucking roof, but it
I
was
think
all
what pushed a lot of people there too, just a quick
yeah.
note, was, the FFL I used to work at in Virginia. They had I mean, it was like Sandy Hook levels of people coming through, and, take that for
Mhm.
what you will, guys, but that was a huge firearm sales moment. Um,
Right.
During that time, all these people started coming in, and they were like, "I want to buy a gun," and they're like, "Okay, you need 2 forms of ID. You need to do this. You need to do this paperwork and this background check." They're like, "What?" And
Right.
they're like, in other states, they're like, "A waiting period. What are you talking?" Like, yeah, this is the shit that you voted for, dog.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
did this to yourself, and they had no
Right.
idea why they couldn't. I
Right.
thought it was easier than buying
Right.
Alka-Seltzer at it's
Right.
crazy. But I
Right.
think they found building at a very low, like an entry level, like the Polymer 80, um,
Yeah.
because it just made sense.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And think about, yeah, I always, yeah, right.
Told you. Dude, you're talking to a dude that used to buy we were buying them for 150 all day, and there was a time
Yeah,
when they were 150, and then they started coming with the P80 lower parts kits. I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah,
yeah,
dude, I
yeah.
miss
How about the days when nobody wanted white frames and they blew them out at 49.99 all day
man,
long?
I got
Nobody would even buy them at 50 bucks.
I got one, and this
I
is when
know.
they were just all over the place. You know
Uh,
what I did with it? I did a battle worn paint job
uh,
all over it. I I still got it, but, like,
yeah,
now I look at it
yeah,
almost with, like, this level of, like,
yeah,
disappointment and excitement at the same time, you know? It's like taking the Mona Lisa and just
yeah.
splashing, like, watercolors all over it, you know?
Guys, he was really out there with the magic eraser trying to
Yeah, trying
rub
to
it
get it
off.
off. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Yeah.
what you clean a white frame with, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I used to get that question. "My
Yeah, I
white
heard
frame's
they
dirty." Magic eraser.
discolor. Yeah, yeah. Could you use, like and I know we're over on time a bit,
Yeah.
so whenever, you're ready, we can start to close out. But, I heard they used to discolor, in sunlight. Do you think that, you could do, like, a clear coat over them, or you think they would still kinda yellow out a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get away from that because I don't know. Oh, we could try it. I wouldn't try it
Yeah.
on a white frame, though.
Do you have
You
any
know?
white
Maybe
frames
paint
you're
it
willing
white and then clear coat it and then see what happens,
That's
right?
a good idea.
Something like that. You
Actually,
know?
is I know we mentioned Supplyco earlier. Shout out to them because
Mm,
they do Cerakoting and stuff too, and they had and their options when you're looking at the bridge frames, you click and you go down and you can actually get a white bridge frame from them. They're Cerakoting for 20 bucks. They're Cerakoting the
nice.
frames, and if you drill a Cerakoted frame, if it's white and it's black inside, and you put black pins in there, you won't notice a damn thing. It'll look beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I know we're closing out here. If you could give words of wisdom or guidance, I mean, all these people, right? And this is kind of one of the things we wanted to touch on. All these people that are going to be looking, where do I go to build this new frame? Where do I go? MGB, where could they possibly go to
You come
to
to
build these
Freedom Crew
frames?
University, freedomcrewuniversity.com, right?
Yep.
Everybody's always like, "Where's your videos? Where's your new content? Where's this? Where's that?" And I'm like, "Hey, do you guys understand what happened? Like, we all came together, right?
Yep.
Like, it's not just me, and it's not just DLD. It's all of us. It's Ralph, it's Banshee, again, it's Sarge, it's Panda, it's Rich, right? It's
Yep.
it's Will. It's
Yeah.
the entire
Shogun Customs. If you
yeah,
guys have ever
we
seen the stippling work that he does, it's incredible. I'm just saying.
yeah, that's what it is now. We're not doing we're a collaborative team putting all our knowledge together, sharing all of our skills and for the benefit of the community. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to
Yep.
provide great education and a very low cost, right? That was the goal. How many people can we educate and we can keep it so budget friendly that anybody can take class and learn this skill?
Yep.
And this skill, I mean, like again, I talked earlier, wherever you want. If you want it to be an activity, you want to go the hobbyist route, you want to be a lifestyle like
Yep.
us, okay? Or you're looking for a career, right? I mean, think about stippling and think about Will's program. Will's program is I've never stippled before and I want to start learning about it. And his program takes people all the way up into opening up your own shop, right?
Yep.
And doing this for a living. So, we've created an enormous curriculum and we're just getting started, right? So tomorrow night 8:30, I think it's going to be broadcasting on your channel now as well.
Yep.
All of us are going to be we've never all been on a live stream at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to see all of the chief instructors all at the same time, be able to ask us anything. We got special events that are posted up there as well. So lots of great things coming for our community. We take it into our own hands. We're not relying on social media to educate anymore. And by the way,
Yep.
The education that a lot of you got on YouTube, just so you know, it's highly restrictive. Even the education you got, there was so many things we couldn't post, right?
Yeah.
They were taking down stuff for us complying with their rules.
Yep.
Now you get to not be, you know, have to watch what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can just put
Yeah.
anything out there and share all your secrets and all your skill sets without being a fear of being taken down, right? So,
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm really
Oh, look at
excited.
this. It looks like ADXR920 gifted a bunch of channel
Oh, no.
memberships. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you,
This
man.
is support, man,
It's
right? This is
it's
exactly what it's all about.
hell yeah. Then look at that. So Tuck Firens, Ting Ting, Craig. I think Craig was already a channel member. A bunch of you guys, man. Thank you, man. ADXR, you are the man. Let me see. It doesn't show me. And it is the one thing about using a streaming software is it doesn't show me that. But ADXR 920, you're the man, man. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
brother.
for
Thank you.
real. But it
But
is right
yeah,
there.
and I,
This community is just so giving. Like, this
yeah,
is the thing, man. Honestly, the firearms community at large could learn a lot from our build communities
I
because they
totally
are.
agree.
You
Yeah,
know, patriots serving patriots. That's what I used to call it. Those are the streams I used to do. Remember, patriots
yeah,
serving patriots,
yep,
because that's what this community is about. We might be
yeah,
small, but and tight knit, but they. I wouldn't even say the bigger firearms community. So many different community politicians can learn from us.
yeah. I mean,
You
that's
know,
why we got so many different mixes of people in here, right? Like a lot of the gun builders may not stick around for like I had a Christy Turtel come on. She was a victim of some pretty substantial abuse and then decided to start carrying a gun and you know maybe gun builders may not stick around for that stream, right? But then I have a guy come on to talk about surviving a self-defense scenario and maybe those people come on like different people stick around for different things, right? And it's no matter what, like the community, I always close the same way every single time, and I truly believe in all of that. And like the little community that we are, like we give so much to each other, we take care of each other, and I wish like and I'm sorry, let me say it differently, not I wish, and I know that when we continue to spread that, we'll make an impact on the world. I promise you guys that.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, we will.
Yeah, man. And it looked like maybe I did something incorrectly. I didn't save the Freedom Crew University banner correctly, so I put that down there. So
Yeah,
as opposed to a lot of people were saying that they do want to join in on classes, but they have to wait, for another time for finances and stuff like that. And I want to let you guys know that we're working on something to give a lot more people access to the same type of information, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to say yet,
oh,
so
I'll say it now because we'll talk about it
okay.
tomorrow. So
Yeah,
look,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, listen. So I'm not comparing gun schools because what we're doing is completely different. Okay, but if you go to a regular gunsmithing school, you're going to spend $11,000 to start. Okay, that's not what this is. We're not teaching you how to restore guns and fucking find things at the bottom of the ocean and bluing and all that other stuff. We're teaching you how to build fucking guns.
Yeah,
Glock, SIG, AR, AK, 1022, shotguns, 1911s. We're teaching you how to 3D printing. We're teaching you how to be a master builder, not a master baiter, a master builder,
yeah,
okay? And a master gunsmith at building all of these different types of platforms, okay? Our most expensive class right now is $300, right?
yeah,
Like, this was the thing. How could we give maximum value?
yeah.
Like, what is the cost to sit and mentor with me right now? What would you pay to sit with me and me teach you how to do this?
I
What does
mean,
that
shit,
cost?
I may just
Right?
hand you my checkbook, right? You can
Now
take
times me times everybody else. You get to mentor with me, DLD, Ralph, Banshee, Sarge, Panda, Rich,
yeah,
Will. Right? You get the best builders in the country to mentor you on this,
yeah,
right? Face to face, live.
yeah,
Right? Not watching a video,
yeah.
live to mentor you. What does that cost? Now, I mean, and I think it's 249 for a class right now because
That's
we give
right.
$50 off
Introductory,
for new students.
introductory. Yeah,
But we even have events. Like, you go to the event page. I just put up an event right before we started, 25 bucks. That's it. $25.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Game changer.
we're not in this for money. We're in this for purpose. We're in
Yeah.
this to help. You know what I'm saying?
This pizza chunk. Who
So
uses checks anymore? Okay,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
But yeah, that
The
opens
point
up the
is that people need to learn.
yeah,
We need to teach, right? And
yeah,
we need to grow people in our community to be great builders, to be great patriots. And that's what we're doing, you know, and that was a
yeah,
collaborative effort of all of us coming together. I mean, to me, it's invaluable. I look how much I learn. I learn from all of you guys. You
yeah.
know, our meetings every week are fucking fantastic. You know,
That's
they're
the other
great.
thing, like, you guys gotta understand, like, I mean, all the time, energy, effort, and money that was put into launching the website, and was put into, creating whatever they're called, the keys to be able to stream on the website, the everything that went into that, like, just alone, right? Coming out of MGB's pocket, essentially, and then the hours and out like, I could not even calculate the amount of hours all of our faces are on these meetings together, and I love it, man. I love spending time with y'all, and
Yeah.
the amount of information that we share and grow on and kick around ideas, and it's just so dope. I mean, I would almost say, like, man, we could probably publish that kind of stuff, and people would be like blown away. They would love watching that shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just, it's
Yeah.
it's what we do, man. It's what we do.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make something more, achievable, more reasonable, and just kind of open it up to more people. And boom, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to answer two questions that were in there for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, too many choices. I got to ask this last time I was on your show. I don't know why. It must be a thing with you guys.
Hmm.
If I
It is.
require a 40 or a 9 millimeter, they both put a hole. That's all I really care about. But if I had to choose 9 millimeter because I'm a prepper, and that's what would be mostly available in the time of scarcity.
Bam.
And then I saw one other one.
And of
Clint
course,
Eastwood.
how superior 9 millimeter is to 40, but we could talk about that
No,
another
we're
day.
not going down that road. Clint Eastwood asked, "Are you guys having any in-person meets?" We're gonna grow the school, man. It just opened, okay? Like literally just opened the school.
Yeah.
We already have 400 members of the school university. We have 51 people through the application process as active students. So, by the way, if you haven't become a student, I would get over there and start registering to become a student because the class is going to fill up faster than we're
Right.
going to be able to deliver them. Okay,
Yeah.
even with 10 of us, it's just going to fill up that fast. Certainly, event. So,
Yeah.
but as
It's
far as like doing live and in person, yes, that is definitely on my radar. So much so that I think that's where eventually we will go to as we grow the online school to actually have a brick and mortar school. I've actually been
mhm.
talking with Pete Rook Tactical about barn dominiums because I like them in Texas
Hey,
as maybe the
nice.
first place that we put one when we get there. But I think that right now we need to grow the school and we actually have to teach people to build outside of what their comfort zone is and push them in the growth
Yeah.
as well as we also understand that this big influx is going to come in, guys, because this new polymer 80 nobody's put their hands on before,
Yeah.
right? And so with our curriculum, people are going to have to learn how to do it this way, right? So anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to answer those two before I left.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you taking the time to come on and I feel like it's a treat when you come on because it's not we're not just talking about, polishing your connectors. I love how how you're
Right.
will and I look, and this is no exaggeration. I learned how to build Glocks watching you, right? Like that's and the fact that it spread like it did. I mean, it's so cool, man. I love the shit. But it's so cool that when you come on, we can take it a level deeper and talk about preparedness and talk about the fact that I really need to purchase a mirror safety gas mask and that
Yes, you
all
do.
of you guys should too.
Yes, you do.
And it's like the last thing I got. I got eggs, I got that egg powder, I got food for months, I got water, I don't even I have an armory, right? Like and I don't know if y'all saw this, but like somebody I think in Australia was caught with like an underground kind of vault, and he had like a little like bucket, like a 55-gallon drum shooting range in there or something, and he had 1,000 rounds, and the article was like, caught with an arsenal and 1,000 rounds of ammo. I was like, bro. Flying Rich was like, dude,
Right.
I just bought 4,000 rounds of 9 mil last week. you know, like if they came to my crib and bro, the article will be nuts. Will be nuts. But of course, I have nothing illegal in my home, because of what I do here. I know they're coming. I know you're watching. I know you're watching. So
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
thank you so much for coming on. I
thank
love
you.
like the kind of other shit that we get into, and of course, you're such a wealth of knowledge with building way beyond the Glockosphere, you know, way beyond that. So, how
Thank
else
you, man,
could
and we're gonna be together tomorrow night.
Yep, yep, we'll be doing
Yeah,
a stream tomorrow night. So you guys keep an eye out. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right?
8:30 on
Yeah,
all channels. Yeah,
yeah. So
8:30.
all of our channels is going to be
All
uh,
channels will be streaming.
yeah, MGB, Tactical Trash Panda, Angry Sarge. It's gonna be Shogun
Banshee.
Customs, Flying Rich, the Rogue Banshee, Banshees Go Boom. Um, I think that's it. Ralph, but he's gonna be on Chairman Juan's channel. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to work that out, but it's gonna be a collaborative thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So before we let you go, um, anything else you want to leave them with at all, or you know, any
Yeah, I mean,
parting
I think the
words?
big message for tonight that if anything came across is, reach out and, be a patriot, but be a leader and bring somebody to the community, bring somebody to the firearms community.
Yeah,
Um, whether it's through conversation and honestly, I've said this before, but like our generation, what this next generation has for a fight is nothing compared to what we had in ours. It's going to be so much harder. And so that younger generation, they need us. They need us to step up. We fucking failed them. And which is why we're in the position we're in. And we need to learn from that mistake. And we need to reach down to that younger generation. And we need to teach them this skill and this love and this passion for
yeah,
firearms and for freedom and for to protect their rights. And this is the most important thing that we can do as patriots in this country right now, is to dedicate ourselves to educating that next generation.
yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And
Thank you for
I'll
having me,
make
bro.
sure. Yeah, hell yeah, man. You're always welcome. And
Mhm.
even if you like see me live here and there, you can always text me and be like, yo, shoot me the link, bro. I'm gonna stick around with my people for a little bit. But
Yeah, cool, man.
again, I'm super grateful for you coming on, and I appreciate you, man. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Thank you, MVEs. I love you guys.
All right, brother.
Yeah, bye.
Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Marine Gun Builder, man, such a treat every time he comes on, man. I love it, and he's just been awesome. And getting involved with Marine Gun Builder, and we've been talking for a little while, but getting involved with the whole Freedom Crew University thing has been next level. Now, I gotta address something. Okay, so first off, somebody left a comment saying, Doug, those P80 boxes in the background better not be like stickers or something. I think it was the Christian Constitutionalist. I think it was. So he kind of knows me, right? Right? He's here every excuse me every now and again. But like, bro, these things here. Hold on, let me move this banner real quick. All right, these things here. Of course, there's another name. I don't think I can move my name. These are these are frames, unfinished frames and receivers with jigs and drill bits and P80 stickers and all that. That's my selection, right? When I go through and build, I'm like, all right, here's my Cobalt 26. I'm gonna build that, or my, blue titanium 19, my blue titanium 17, my blue titanium 26, and blah blah blah. That's my like active inventory. Now, I will say, as I do my best to always be honest with you guys, not every single one of them has a frame and a jig and bits and all that, because sometimes when I run out, so a DLD hardware, I sell, polymer 80 jigs for the 17, 19, 26, right? If I run out and somebody, needs like a 17 jig or something, I'll literally pull from my personal jigs, and I'll sell them the the jig. So yeah, try to help people out, especially when they're taking the time and money. Send me a P80. Oh yeah, can't do that no mo. But now you got the bridge frames, y'all. You can get the bridge frames, especially for 20 bucks, getting it Cerakoted white. I would totally do that right now. So go check it out at the aforementioned site. Don't forget, y'all. Um, the uh, the other thing, oh, so I was saying they're not all frames. Some of them, a couple boxes actually have like two printed frames in each one, and so, but they're all frames. Some have multiple frames, but yeah, they're all frames. Actually, one has a glue gun in it because I got to use that to reload 37 millimeter rounds. And I want to share with y'all that today I was gonna purchase a really, really dope Glock 34 OEM slide with, like, OEM barrel, OEM parts, and all that. It was gorgeous, man. It was all custom cut, Nibbix coated, and it was just beautiful. But I had to make the call because I have an 80-year-old 37 millimeter launcher, and I've been getting into kind of toying around with some of the loads with a 37 millimeter. And I was like, you know what? Even though this is a dope all steel 37 millimeter, I'm going to go after the 37 millimeter launcher that I actually want, which is a standalone 37 millimeter launcher, a beautiful 37 millimeter launcher. And if you guys know, then there's the Spikes Tactical Havoc and the Spikes Tactical Chaos. Okay. The Chaos is the standalone system. The launcher is the Havoc, right? So one of the things I've been drooling over for years, literal years, some people say they're not worth as much as some other options, but I found it to be pretty dope. The 9-inch Spikes Tactical, launcher, 37 millimeter that opens to the side, right? So you're not restricted on the length of the cartridges you can throw in there. You can literally put, like, a foot-long 37 millimeter cartridge in there that's sticking out of the barrel this much, and it will still run, it will still launch because the fact that it opens to the side, it pivots to the side, you can just thunk, drop it in there, right? And I'm using aluminum shells and reloading with those, with 209 primers and Pyrodex and shit like that, and glue, mostly glue. It's mostly glue and a little bit of fuse. So really, anyone can do it. It's simple. It's kind of like, oh, hold on. Did somebody else? Did you give? Hold up. I'm gonna come right back to this. Did somebody else give away channel memberships? Chana member. Thanks again, ADXR920. Okay, all right. I didn't know if somebody else gave them away. I gotta double check because I want to appreciate and honor people when they do that. If I ever miss anything, like a super chat or somebody giving memberships away, it's because the system did not show it to me. I'll never just gloss it over like I did to Flying Rich's $2 super chat earlier. Sorry. I still touched on it later. So anyway, so I ended up getting I've been looking forever for not only the 9-inch Spikes Tactical Havoc launcher, but I didn't want to put it on an AR or on another system. I wanted the standalone unit with a side folding stock. Now, you got to think about this, okay? This is a standalone launcher, right? We'll call it a grenade launcher, but it's for smokes and signals and flares and stuff and CS gas and whatnot. The moment that you do anything that is anti-personnel, it becomes a destructive device. I'll touch on my finger in just a second. Hold on, y'all. Which actually will come with a great medical tip if you guys didn't see my short video. So the side folding stocks for the Chaos system for the Havoc launcher have been completely unavailable. You just cannot find them, right? People have actually been developing them and selling them in the 3D printing community because of how difficult they are to get, right? So I looked on I went directly to Spike's Tactical, their website, okay? And I could have pulled call their media department and been like, yo, I'm Dark and I have a YouTube channel and I would love for you to send one for T&E. But I didn't. I found that they did have the 9-inch available, the 9-inch launcher available. and that they had the 9-inch standalone stock, but it was on back order. So I was like, let me see how long their back order is, if they even have like an idea. So I called, and this delightful young lady picked up, and she was literally like picked up, and it was a human, and she was able to help me right away like that. So shout out to Spike's Tactical. She answers. I was like, hello. And we go through talking. I tell her what I want. And she was like, well, the site may say that they're on back order, but because they move so quickly, we actually have them in stock. We have some in stock right now. I was like, no way. I would like both right now, the 9-inch launcher and the 9-inch standalone unit with the side folding stock, and it's going to be delivered directly to my door. Bro, to get a launcher like that, the capabilities of these types of launchers are incredible for what you're paying for them, number one. And number two, for their capabilities, like if it's got bad and you need, you know what I'm saying? A very, very affordable. I wanted to get the BNT, what is it? The GL9, or but I forgot the actual whatever the model number, but that thing is like 1600 dollars. It's so sick though. Like as you're shouldering it, as you fire it, you literally just hit the little lever that opens up the barrel. It cracks open like a single shot shotgun, and then you just lift it over your shoulder like floop, and then the spent shell falls out of the chamber, and then you drop a new one in, close it, ready to go. You don't have to cock the striker. You don't have to do anything. None of that. It's so dope. But the side launcher is just is it's where it's at. And this is a 37 millimeter launcher that, when the stock is folded, folds up to be about the size of an MP5K. How can I argue with that? I had to get it. I had to get it. Oh snap! Look at that, Mark Tucker. Balloon was a Mylar Valentine type. Yeah. By the way, shout out to all you guys, real quick. I'm going to show you guys something really cool that I got recently. I got two things that I got to show off. Plus the GL06, you have to stamp it. So you don't have to stamp it. It's a Title One firearm, so you just need to do a 4473 on it. I thought the same thing. I thought it was like a destructive device, but it's actually just a Title One firearm. So you just get it sent to your FFL, you do a 4473, and that's what it is, the GL06. The GL06, the 37 millimeter, is one of the dopest single shot grenade launchers available. That thing is incredible. And I believe every single person should be able to, conceal carry a grenade launcher inside their, waistband every day. I mean, I think it's fine. Anyway, 99 red balloons. Shout out to all you guys, man. John Crump Live, Mark Tucka, CNT Designs, Z, Jeff Cron, Shogun Custom, Snoring Rich, Princess Kicking Butt, Mark Tucka. Great to see you, bro. Shogun, man, it's awesome to have you here. If you guys haven't seen Shogun's work, his stippling work is nuts. It's crazy. And yeah, I'll tell you about my finger in just a second. I got a couple more things to show you. I had mentioned this. I don't think I've actually shown you guys though. Okay. And I was going to do this live on stream, but there's no real way to do this setup right now. So I'm just going to show you guys. I was going to install one on stream. So I told you guys, so we got a few new things that I want to show you before we go tonight. And then also, I have something that a company sent me. They just sent it to me, and I may try to work out a way to give one away to you guys, because these things are dope. So y'all know that I carry, for the viewers, for the thoroughbreds. If you're an OG of the channel, shout out in chat. I'm an OG. Okay. But if you're an OG of the channel, that you know this already, but I love knives that use the wave feature, right? So as you're opening it, as you're pulling it out of your pocket, lint just fell out of it. Sorry. As you open it, as you pull it out of your pocket, the blade opens, it deploys, right? Look at that. Is that sweat? Sweat and lint and salt and nastiness. Anyway, so this wave feature is, to me, is super important, because to pull it out and deploy it in less than a second and have it ready in your hand is everything, for whether a tool that you need for utilitarian purposes, right? or if it's something that, if God forbid you ever needed to use it for self-defense, very quick drawing and very quick application is is important. So when you pull this, this is a cold steel black talon 2. When you pull this out of your pocket, it deploys right away. So I love the benefits of that, and because I love the wave feature so much, yeah, that's enough. You missed Marine Gun Builder. He had to bounce. He actually gave us a lot of extra time. He only planned to stay till 10:30, but so because I love this wave feature so much, it limits me on what I want to purchase. Now I have some of the Kershaw Emerson collabs, right? Emerson knives are excellent, but they're also very expensive. But Kershaw and Emerson got together, excuse me, and they did some collabs, and they have some really super affordable, like $40 knives that have their wave feature. I may have one close by. Um, Give me a sec. I'll have to check. But anyway, because I love it so much, it was like, man, this is really like, narrowing my focus on what blades that I can get. So then I start looking into to knives that have a wave feature on it. Well, I come across this knife for sale on eBay, and it said snaggletooth installed. And I look at it because I've always wanted one of the Cold Steel Frenzies, because the Cold Steel Frenzy, it's a 5.5 inch blade, and it is a Warncliffe, right? Similar to, if you guys have seen my tack knives, TK Pro, Warncliffe blades, they're almost kind of like inverted Tontos in a way, but they're excellent blades. And it said snaggletooth installed, and I was like, what? um Sub with a giveaway Goonbeam. Oh, that's right. Yo, by the way, Goonbeam, Joe Morris was the one that won that Goonbeam. And I wanted to make sure that I connected you guys. So I think we may have dropped the ball on that. I also, guys, forgive me, I'm the worst. I still got all the giveaway stuff here, but I promise you, you know what? I will literally delete my entire channel, all of my social media, and my business, and my website, all that stuff, DLD hardware, everything. I'll delete everything if I don't get everything shipped out in the next week. So I'm being serious about that now. Okay. Yeah, no, that's totally my fault too. I mean, I'm literally sitting here talking about me not being able to, or me, I hadn't shit the shit out yet. So I'm sorry, y'all. And it's literally just right here. Like, there's no games, no tricks. It's just I get caught up in I'm working and doing the business shit and doing the channel shit and doing the instructor thing and doing it's a lot. So my apologies. Oh, and of course, being a husband and a father and stuff too. Um, yeah, sorry. Okay, so anyway, back to this. I've always wanted one of the Cold Steel Frenzies, and one, because it's a beautiful 5.5 inch blade, very similar to, like I said, the Warncliffe on this one, right? But it's 5.5 inches, and then it's blue. Well, they have a blue version, and y'all know I'm all about that blue. Okay, check the background. All those blue Glocks. Yeah, I'm all about that blue. So when I heard about the snaggletooth, I was like, I wonder if I could get a Cold Steel 5.5 inch Frenzy in blue and put a snaggletooth on there. What is a snaggletooth, you say? Bam. Look at this. What you're looking at is a Cold Steel Frenzy with blue G10, okay? The blue G10 scales. And you're looking at a 5.5 inch Warncliffe style blade with a snaggletooth installed. Okay. So, what this snaggletooth does is it is the equivalent to the wave feature on some of the other knives that we mentioned, right? But yeah, it is a big boy. It's almost as big as a Raja, as the Raja 1, Raja 2, but it's way thin. It's super light, and you'll see when it flicks open, it's a little smaller, but watch this thing. So as you're pulling it out of your pocket, it carries in there super flat, super light, super nice, right? And as you open it, that snaggletooth that was installed by yours truly, I'm just saying, will catch on the corner of your pants like any other wave feature, and it opens the blade. Look at this mofo right here. Dude, this thing is gorgeous. Let me get my Band-Aid out of the I cut my finger open with a chef's knife, and I was literally making dinner. It's nothing, no sexy story with that one. So anyway, so this is the Snaggletooth installed on my Cold Steel Frenzy. Now they specifically make this with a correctly threaded, thumb screw, and they have to, replace one part. They give you everything you need, right? But they have to replace one side of the thumb stud, as opposed to, and I love this, by the way, and it's just so clean, like, it looks like it's literally, like, part of that, right? Yeah, in sport, when I found this, I found a snaggletooth installed on I think it was a Spyderco, shucks, it was the Spyderco, or no, it wasn't a snaggletooth, but it was the thing that I found that brought me to the snaggletooth. But it was a company that made one specifically for the, Yo Jumbo, the Yo Jumbo. And by the way, I met the dude that designed the Yo Jumbo and the Yo Jumbo, and I forgot his name, but he's a cool ass dude with Spyderco. Shout out to them. Um, So this thing is a beauty. I love it, and man, that tip, you don't want to be anywhere near the tip. Okay, let me just tell you that that thing is that thing is fierce. Now, although this is a dope knife, one of the other knives that I like to carry, because when I can't get a knife that has the wave feature on it, I'll still carry it. But I'm like, man, I much prefer my knife to be able to deploy as you pull it out, on the way out, super quick, super fast, super efficient, right? And I was like, but I carry also carry the Cold Steel Holdout One, which is a very large, like 13.25-inch blade, and it's the fully serrated model. Okay, this is the Cold Steel Holdout One. It is a massive 6-inch blade, and it's got like a 7.25-inch handle. Again, super thin, super light, super easy to carry. But look what I got right there. This one was way easier to install. So this is the Snaggletooth. And dude, Snaggletooth, when I told him what I was trying to do, I was just trying to like, talk to him about putting them on the channel. He's like, bro, I'll send you 3 right now. Like he was like, I'd love to. And I'll send you the aluminum ones so they look great on the blade. Like the dude was super cool. They're super affordable, and this isn't like an advertisement or anything. It's just something that, like, to be able to make shit like this, like especially EDC stuff, carry stuff, to be able to make it yours, to be able to make it like, you know, I don't know, it's just it's special, Like, you guys know I'm all about blue, right? I love the color blue, and I like that's the DLD thing, right? Like, Dilders unite. If you're like, "Yo, Dark, what are you carrying?" I'm probably gonna pull out a blue gun, a blue knife, a blue goon beam, and a blue shit. Even, you know what? Even my OC spray has a bluish, ring on it. It's a palm OC. But yeah, I like that shit. Even my vape is fucking blue. Come on, y'all. But it's just something I love. So I just wanted to say shout out to Snaggletooth for taking the time just to send me this stuff, and for giving me the ability to turn my knives into exactly what I wanted to, create them. I mean, bro, game changer, game changer. If you haven't gotten used to this system, give it a shot, man, because like the wave feature, and you don't have to deploy it when you pull it out. You can, grab it, right, and pull the clip, and then just kind of bring the wave feature around your pocket. And there was a time when I was being searched by police, and they pulled out a Cold Steel Raja 2, which is a massive, 14-inch folding kukri, and it deployed on his way out, and the cop like threatened me that I could get in trouble or whatever. I was like, dude, I told you that depending on how you take it out, it may deploy on its own. He didn't know what he was doing. But imagine that, like a cop, is taking your knife out or whatever, and it's like click, and it just opens up like that. But dude, this thing is so cool. Love it. Shout out to Snaggletooth. The way that it came. Hold on, I hope I have one here. Um, yeah. So the way that it came was literally in a bag with all the instructions. Every single thing is in there. This one is a black one made out of Delrin, and different screws for like a Benchmade or a cold steel, the Allen keys, the little tubing. They cut tubing. So you let them know what knife you want to put it on, and they cut tubing so you can use it to apply pressure to the other side, so you can just unscrew that one side to install it, and it just looks so cool. But more so, it's super effective. I mean, this thing is incredibly effective, and I love it. And yeah, I wanted to give them a shout out, so I'll probably be doing a short on it, a short video on it. And I'll also I'll probably be able to install one like on video, and it's just cool, man. Love that, love that. So shout out to Snaggletooth. Hit them up. They make them out of Delrin. They make them out of aluminum. These ones are the yeah, there you go. These ones are the aluminum for both the Frenzy and the Holdout, and I love them, man. These knives right here giving me the ability to they're swords. I know they are big knives, but the way I look at it is like this. All right. So if you're in a situation where like if you just need to use a knife for utilitarian purposes, right? You're just opening a box or something, whatever. Just use the tip. Just the tip. But if you find yourself in a situation where, like, God forbid, you needed to use a knife as like a last ditch effort for like self-preservation, right? Or self-defense, you want a tool that is going to give you as much distance and leverage as possible. So I find that larger knives, even if they're not necessarily super heavy, I find that larger knives are going to give you more distance from the target, and they're going to give you more leverage, meaning you can choke down much lower on them, and you can hack. Also, the tips, the type of tips are super important. I can't say tips with a straight face. Um, the tips are very important because if you have like a standard like a clip point, right? Or a drop point or something like that. Like even this, right? So this is a Kershaw Tonto, right? Man, I have thrown this knife. I've beaten the ever loving dog shit out of this knife. Okay. This and a couple other Kershaws are ones that I'll go down in the garage with, and I'll just like tape stacks of boxes together, and I will just, go ham on it. You would be so surprised to see. And by the way, boxes and tape are like the worst enemy of knives. So leave some knives as like this knife is only for cutting meat, right? This will only be used for cutting meat, unless a situation arises where it doesn't matter, right? um, but this, I just beat the dog shit out of it. Throw it, freaking, slam it, drag it. Like I swear to God, the lock is gonna break one day. But you'd be surprised to see most traditional knives will literally bounce off of, like, if you put a sack of meat inside like a jacket, and then you just try to like whack or slash, a lot of times it doesn't even get through. Like, it won't even get through the jacket. Like, most knives, the way that those um, are shaped, like, I think this is a drop point. It's kinda like a cross between a drop point and a clip point almost, but this would literally bounce off of clothing, right? Like, this is not gonna have the same effect as, the little bit of a clip point in there may give you a better, odd of um, I don't wanna say anything of penetration, we'll just say that. Of cutting 'em off, I got, you know what I'm saying? No, but, it's gonna give you better odds of penetration, but, like, you're still gonna be limited. So, things like this, for an example, um, that you're gonna be going in, like, probably, like, that deep, no question, right? Sink it in and rip, sink it in and rip, right? Turn it around, sink it in, rip, unzip, and, the Warncliffe, right? So this is the tack knives, right? That tip is going to be going in because the angle, the geometry of the blade is in your favor, right? It's not a rounded portion of the blade facing away from the target. It's a sharp, pointy part aimed toward the target. So, in my opinion, in my limited experience with knives, that tends to be a little bit more helpful. Now, um, I recommend that everybody, you know, reach out to Snaggletooth, go to their YouTube videos, go to their Instagram and be like, yo, DLD After Dark. Like, if you guys could just show them some love and be like, DLD sent me here, great product or something like that. That would mean a lot to me, to them. They would, it would let them know that I talked about them in the live stream, and that would mean a lot. And I know all you guys and gals that are gun knives and gun gals, you guys are usually knife guys and knife gals as well. So it would mean a lot if you guys could do that. Tips and penetration. Got it. Yes, Jeff Cron, you got it. For beer, you can stab, stab, drink. Yes, this is true. Tonto blade tip made correctly goes through 55-gallon drums easily. Yeah, if it's so straight penetration, like direct, like stabbing, yeah, you're going in there. Even drop points and clip points, you're going in there. Slashing is where you have more of a possibility of the blade bouncing off of clothing and shit like that. Even like, okay, so for an example, the Raja 2, the Raja 1, I've owned both of those. I sold the Raja 1 like an idiot, but somebody wanted the knife for like 450. So I was like, okay, buddy, it's yours. So I sold it. But even that, a massive, like, pound and a half folding knife that is like 14 plus inches long when it's opened, that you can choke all the way down on the bottom and slat. I mean, it's brutal, right? But because the belly of the kukri blade is very round, even that bounces off of clothing. You gotta you gotta bank on the tip doing your work, wrist movement. There's it, give a little bit more to the tip for penetration. For slashing and for what I'm referring to, y'all, is like this, reaching all the way down to the bottom, okay? Not choking up on it and doing work like that. I'm talking choking all the way down, getting a really good grip, and literally slashing like that. The blades that are rounded up, or the blades that are, typically bounce off of shit more easily. That's all I'm saying. For straight up like stabbing, yeah, you're not gonna have a problem. It doesn't matter. You can have a deck nail or whatever. What do you call them? A deck screw. You're gonna penetrate something. Slashing is just different, and something cool. If you guys are interested in some new shit, do y'all want to see some new shit? Let me know if you want to see some new shit. That's all I'm saying. And yes, wrist game strong. Flick, 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 flick. Yeah, what do they call them? I think they call them flick cuts. Flick flick cuts. How do you say that fast? Um, Here, and for those, she says she likes daggers. This is technically a bayonet style blade. However, this is an actual Italian AKC stiletto with a swing guard. So that guard actually swings while you open it, or while it's opened. Um, in Virginia, you used to not be able to carry auto knives, which was so whack, but you can now. And this matches my plum and chrome AK. Just saying. See the new stuff. All right, yeah. Yeah, let's see your katana. Oh, so I am definitely gonna get a katana. I currently own a Cricut Hisatsu, which is kind of like a baby katana, and it I can't show that. Dang it. And it matches my Beretta M9A3 that is sitting right here. And I literally was about to hold it up and show y'all, and I would have gotten my whole stream toasted. All right, hold up one second. Sorry, needed some nicotine. So I'm going to show y'all some new shit. Okay. So first off, we know that Tack Knives is a friend of the channel, right? Even no, I don't have any gravity knives. I would like a gravity knife, one of the old German ones. Those things are cool. Okay, Vanessa Kitty brings up an excellent point. Great to see you, by the way, Vanessa. Um, you need to be able to study biology, study the human body, and you need to know where you're poking. Okay, it is very important to know, and every person is going to react to a wound differently, right? You may literally slice the heart and puncture a lung, and it still may take a half an hour for something to happen, or in some cases not. But you need to know what you're going for, right? Especially depending on the blade that you have, and that's why. So, let's say for an example, this is like a 4.75-inch knife, or like almost 5-inch knife, right? But it's curved, so this isn't penetrating. The whole blade is not penetrating. This is like a tiger claw. It's like slashing. You got to know where to slash if you want to, be able to make an anatomically effective cut with it, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, you gotta study the human body. That's. I'll just say it like that. I don't want to get too graphic on here. Um, yeah, blood and guts and stuff. Um, so bad. With a knife like that, you need a nickname like Mac the Knife, or Vinny two times, or Leo gets. Yeah, I probably could have like a super cool nickname, but I'm just dark. Slash foreheads. It always works. You can blind them without catching a mayhem charge. I am terrified that you know that. But yeah, you give somebody a quick buck 50 and they won't know what to do, because they won't know how much of their face is cut. They'll be leaking, they'll be soaking wet, they'll get both of their hands wet. If you hit them with a double dose and give them a broken nose and a buck 50, then that's a win too. Only in situations of self-preservation, of course. That's all I'm saying. So let me show y'all the new we got one, we got two, we got three, we got four. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and four. So first off, when I tell you guys, hey, Tack Knives is coming out with new shit, and they came out with new shit, and they sent me some to show everyone to kind of see, feedback on it and see kind of what their thoughts are. Hold on, I missed some shit. Anatomy, yeah, that too. Anatomy, yeah. 7 days in ER ICU in August '93. What? Lungs collapse. Do you know what happens? Ever have lungs punctured? No, I've not had a lung punctured. That, from what I hear, that takes the fight out of you, because your lungs just fill up with blood and you drown in the air. So that's not good. Don't die, guys. Um, Angela Collins. I think that's somebody that's doing like back end stuff. I don't think that's an instructor. I don't know. I may be mistaken, but she's not been included in the meetings that I've been in. Is the picture fake? No. If they're up there, they're either doing back end stuff and they're not like an actual instructor. But everybody else, like the instructors are, or it could be somebody that like on YouTube goes by like a YouTube name, right? But that may be their government name. So, yeah. Okay, so check this out. So Tack Knives USA, by the way, if you use code DARK on Tack Knives, you save 20% off your order. And for an example, this is one of the tack knives that I showed. This is the Barracuda with the Warncliffe blade. They specialize in OTF blades. The higher end ones are still like, 100 to 150 bucks, depending on what you get. And then you can take 20% off of that. So it's super cool. You get to support the channel and you get a dope ass product. And Their shit's been super solid for me. If you get some of their cheaper stuff, you got to know what you're getting, right? So just keep that in mind. But I spoke to the owner, Shane, who is awesome, and he's just always been, like, super helpful and receptive, and even when there were some issues, when, like, people ordered during the buy one, get one free, and they didn't get one, they, emailed and they were like, "Yo, bro, we didn't get one," and he literally sent them back. I know, like, John Kimball, um, got 1 or maybe even 2 extra OTF blades, and, they've done a good job, and, I appreciate that a lot. And they sell good products. But hold on, let me show you this. So the cool thing here is he was like, I really want to get into multi-tools, and they've been putting a lot of time and effort and energy into this. So he was like, I want to send you what we came up with. I was like, cool, yeah, that'd be awesome. And I was telling him like, hey, I really, really have been looking at the wasps, wasp, the wasps. Yeah, plural of the wasp, like the bee, right? They are these flat, like OTF knife card size, like credit card size blades that are modeled similarly to the Microtech blades that are super flat. And when you fire the blade out, it is this like fat little stubby, like chode OTF blade. The thing is sick. It's so sick. And I've always wanted one. And I'll show you why that's important in a second. But I was like, you can send me one of those. But yeah, any multi tools, like I would love to take a look at them. I love multi tools. So Tack Knives sends me this, and I get something. It's like the size of a pocket knife. And I'm like, what? So first off, I take a look, and upon first glance, you got your standard pocket clip on it, right? You got a glass breaker on it, which is a nice touch. I like that, and the thing is actually pretty sharp. It could definitely be a skull punctuator. Um, so the first thing I saw was, of course, the blade. So take the blade out. Nice little blade, nothing to write home about, but it's a nice blade. It's a liner lock style. So that little liner in there comes out, and to close it, push it, close it, right? And it's just a blade, right? Which it's cool. It's a good size blade. And then I start looking in here and I'm like, oh, there's other stuff in here too. So then I take out this side, and sorry, I'm not even showing y'all. Then I open it up, right? Pull this out, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh, hold on. I didn't open it all the way. That's my bad. Oh, did I break it already? Oh, there. Sorry, that was my bad. I was holding it down. So, safety scissors. So, not like super sharp, crazy scissors, but this part is rounded, so you can literally stick it in, clothing and cut off clothing or whatever with it. The top is still kind of sharp though, so you want to be careful with that. But it's scissors with a spring steel piece right there, and I thought that was a nice little touch, right? So same thing. It's got a little liner lock piece in there. So punch that, close it, fold it down, boom, right? Now the other side. Come on, hold on. How do I get that part out? Oh, sorry. Here it is. There we go. Sorry, it's brand new, so it's super tight. The other side has a bottle opener and a screwdriver. All right. And that you pull up, and it locks with that little lock back piece right there. Right. So it's got a traditional can opener and a bottle opener. And this is a little pry bar. I wouldn't go too ham with that, right? But it can also be a flathead screwdriver as well. And then, of course, you got your Phillips head with an extra lip there that could be a bottle opener too, right? So that's dope. And then I open up, where's the other one? Oh, I think the sawback is on the other one. Let me make sure. I don't want to miss any tools here because they put a lot of thought into this. Um, did I miss one? No, both of those came out. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So, in a super small package, you actually got a really good amount of tools here for something that's like about the size of a typical pocket knife, right? And I love that glass breaker on the bottom. That thing is badass. And I'm honestly impressed. I have not done any testing with it. I have not beat it up. I've not tried to. So I don't know. I mean, it may be junk. I doubt it. It feels solid, and the liner locks in it actually feel really good. It's not like your, $100 SOG, uh, $120 whatever SOG, multi-tool, but it's still, good. I don't know what the cost is, but, yeah, they just sent these to me, just FYI, just so you guys know, full transparency. But the dope thing is that they sent me another one, and, he knows that Dark with DLD After Dark likes to give stuff away, so who knows? Maybe, I'll take one and I'll beat the crap out of it and report back to you guys, and then the other one, maybe I'll just give away to you guys. I'll go back to the, comments there, and, I'll do one of those raffles where I just run whoever posts comments on the live streams after they post, and, give them away like that. So remember, after every single live stream, if you go back and you post comments, I'm gonna use those comments for giveaways. So remember that. Okay, so this is the second one, right? Same thing, right? Very small, size of a pocket knife, basically, but it's got a gang of tools in there. Okay, so we got a second one. And shout out to Tack Knives for this cool little pouch, right? And it's got two pockets on it. So, and it's like super soft, like shearling lining. So I thought that was cool, right? Because I'm used to getting their boxes and their little Pelican cases. So that was that. Now, I want to show you two more things, okay? I'll show you the other multi-tool first. I'll save the coolest one for last. So the other multi-tool is a large multi-tool. It's large, comes in a traditional tack knives box, and it comes with a little belt thingamajiggy that you always see them dang old rednecks wearing. Sorry, guys, I'm just saying. They usually rock the leather into the Gerbers. I get it. I'm just saying. So this though has the big old carabiner on it with a nice amount of spring tension. But check this out. So when you open it, it pops out to the sides. All right. So you got a really great amount of spring tension on that thing. You got wire cutters. You got I don't think it has a flat portion. Yeah, it's just pliers and wire cutters here. But the cool thing is like this little bit of spring tension in there when you close it, watch when it pops open. Watch. It's like, hey, and it kind of because that gives you that negative pressure, like when you're squeezing it and stuff. Hit me up with that giveaway multi tool. Oh wait, hit me up that give yeah I see what you're saying. Okay, but here's the dope thing about this. So this is a full size multi-tool. Look, the other one feels solid, but this feels like I could like diffuse a bomb with it, like John McClane style, right? Now I am pretty certain that I have not found all the tools hidden in this thing. Okay, but let me go back here a little bit. Well, I think I found some shit hidden inside here just now. Oh yeah, okay. So there's shit on the inside of this. Hold on. Ah, I see. So if you press the button and pull the shit out of there, so just like the other one, you got, oh, interesting. So bottle opener, can opener, small Phillips head or small pry bar, and then a bottle opener and Phillips head here. Okay. And on the other side, when you flip, ow, son of a gun. When you flip it over, you've got some even bigger scissors, right? So these scissors are even bigger. I like how they're rounded so you can actually use them. Like, first off, if everybody is like rocking a medical kit, all of y'all should have trauma shears. Okay. If you have a medical kit or an IFAC, you need to have trauma shears. But if you don't, you know, one car, I'll show the Halo knife. I think I have it around here. Um, you got to have something to safely cut, clothes off of people that may be injured or whatever to expose a wound. Okay. Now let me put this back. So we got scissors. Got the skizzers. Now this is actually the same blade. I think it may even actually be the same size, so I gotta check against the other one, but it's just a liner lock, right? It's not super crazy sturdy, right? Then you got the, file there as well that, I think that's marketed as a pry bar and a Phillips head as well, the file, but, it's pretty good shit. I mean, it seems legit. Where's the saw bag? Okay, hold on. Here's the other. Okay, so let me close this. Dang, that thing is sharp. My knife slices clothes off. I know, but you don't want to accidentally stab a patient, you know? Um, all right, so this is the file and then the pry bar and flathead. I mean, you could kind of it just depends on what you're prying with it. If you pry something that's too tough, man, this ain't gonna there are not many multi-tools that would outlive a lot of prying. So keep that in mind. Okay, now here's the cool thing. So here's what I found super duper cool. So here's a saw, right? And not a 556 saw. It's just a saw. And it's got the dual teeth, like it's side by side teeth. And then the front there, I can't tell if that's like intended to be a can opener, not a bottle opener, like a can opener, that little lip right there that you could like, open a can. It could be, I don't know. But where's the other one? There was a second serrated blade. This is the crazy thing is that there's so much shit that's hiding in this thing. Okay, hold on. Bro, I don't even know where it went. Hold on. Okay, that saw is crazy. All right, let me go over to the other side. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at it with you guys. Where the hell is it? Maybe it's on the underside of this. There was a third blade. Hold on. I'm not gonna give up until I find it. Okay, so that's the file. That's that. Hold up. Was it on the other one? Did I miss it on the other one? No, can't be. Hold up. Oh, maybe that's why there's two. Ow! Should have closed it. Mother of pearl. So maybe one of these has the serrated blade and let's look because now I'm curious. I think one has the serrated blade and one has the hold up. No, I don't think this has the serrated blade too. That's the skizzers. Skizzers. No, it was on that part. Oh, you know what? It is. These are different. Okay, okay. How did I not notice this? Okay, so on the back where this one has the little screwdrivers and bottle openers in this one, on the other one, that's why I was sent two. So this will probably be the one for the giveaway because it's got more cool features on it. You actually, dang. Okay, this is dope. Ow. So you have three tools on the back side of this. You have a can opener, bottle opener, and opener. I mean, that's got shit that I don't even know how to use on it. So that's good to have. Secondly, you have the saw on it, right? And then you also have a serrated blade there as well. That's pretty dope. And yeah, I see what Kimball's saying. Yeah, I mean, guys, this isn't a Leatherman, right? But having something that's cheaper and smaller, right? In my opinion, that's cool. So yeah, I flux with it. And of course, always you could always go on like eBay and fucking buy something that's like used or something like that. But if you want to get something a little cheaper, pretty sure this is cheaper than a used Leatherman that somebody put all their love inside. Um, but that's dope. So that's why those two are different. I was like, dude, I remember seeing a serrated blade next to the saw, so that's where that was from. So now, here's the thing that tops it all off. So because I've been telling him, like, bro, I want one of those wasps so bad. They're exactly like those microtechs. Oh, shucks. Dang it. Hold up, y'all. There we go. So they're just like those microtechs that are like small and flat, the size of a credit card, but they're auto knives. When I saw the last thing that he sent me, I was like, oh my god, that's got to be the Wasp, which is just like those rectangular. I mean, they're about the size of a credit card. They're very flat auto knives, but the blades are like very wide blades, right? It's not like the super thin auto knives, right? They're wide. So I look at this and I'm like, this can only be a Wasp, right? I mean, it's got the textured grip, it's got the fire button on top, it's got the tack knives, you know, little belt clip and or pocket clip and lanyard loop on it, right? But then I look and there's something else in the tack knives pack. By the way, if you use code DARK, you save 20% off. I'm just saying. And what do I see? I see a bunch of SK5 high carbon steel razor blades. Why would they include that? Well, because this isn't the Wasp. This is an OTF. Yes, a dual action, double action OTF razor knife, utility knife. Dude, I thought that was just the coolest freaking thing since sliced hand grenades. Like that's the coolest shit. I could not get past that. Like putting something like the I don't know, like just the feeling of an OTF, the like fidget spinner aspect of an OTF is cool as shit. And then putting the like utilitarian aspect of a razor blade or razor knife on it, and then including a bunch of SK5 high carbon uh razor blades with it. I just thought that was cool as shit, man. Change blades for life. That's what I'm saying. This I'll use to open up shit all day with this. No problem. No question. Boxes, tape, whatever. When I'm done, just chuck them. And I don't know if you guys know this, but SK5 high carbon steel is actually what like cold steel used for a very long time. So I don't know. Maybe these. I guess I don't typically pay attention to what steel uh, razor blades usually are. I don't know if SK5 is common, but man, yeah, I was impressed, man. And I don't know. I didn't get to pull it up and look at pricing or anything. So I mean, if this thing is inexpensive enough, shit, I'd say it's good to go. An OTF utility knife, bro. Hey, Flood Munitions, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Okay, now I need one of those. Hold on, I just missed that. Let me go back. Um, okay, now I need one of those dark, right? Meow. I know, bro. How cool is that? Like, I mean, the creativity there is nuts, and it feels good. It feels great in the hand. It's small. It's something that you could literally just tuck in your waistband or in your pocket, and you could have your regular knife, but then you have your utility knife, right? This one is for opening up boxes, and this one is for opening up bad guys. I'm just saying. Not that we would ever prepare for that because these aren't weapons, these are tools. Just saying. I just thought that was cool as shit, man. What do y'all think about that? So this is Tack Knives USA, and if you use code DARK, you save 20% off. There's no minimum or anything, so I have no idea how much this is. I honestly don't even know if it's available yet. I just got it. I literally just got it, but I'm a sucker for the OTF, you know, switchblade. I like the double action. This one's the Barracuda. It's the TK Pro line. TK Pro is the like super high end top tier for them, which is still like a third of the cost of Microtex. But this thing, like, I will literally use this every single day. Like, how fucking cool is an OTF box cutter? I find that so cool, and it's something that, like, you could whip out and, put to work and be like, it's a box cutter, right? People aren't looking at you all crazy and shit, because sometimes, man, if I'll bust out a knife and I'll do something with it, like open a package, or people know that I always carry a knife, so they're like, "Oh, Dark, can I use a knife for whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then, I pull it out and it's like, "Sure." Like passing this over to my wife or something. Like, no, I'm like, "Show me what you need cut and I'll cut it, okay?" Um like, I got this knife right here. It's a little aggressive. So, yeah, using something like this small utility knife, that's why I kind of started carrying, like, I'll have a primary knife and then I'll have a little utility knife, right? I like that. Um, but this is just freaking cool. I don't know if you guys find out. I didn't look it up. If you find out like what the price is, or what uh, you know what the price range is, I find it to be the coolest thing since sliced bread. So, or carving a prime rib up real nice, 100%. I was a medic in hold on, what? In CBs? What was that? Okay, I don't know. I definitely the side conversations y'all have are the best, bro. Oh, oh, fue. Just saying. To get that Arby's thin cut, bro. I mean, razor blades are serious, right? Um, Let me see. Did electrical work for almost 15 years and always carried a razor knife. Yeah, razor knives are the shit, man. Definitely good for work situations, depending on where you at, for sure. Unless you were on a plane. I don't know. I mean, for real, couldn't you? And this is the first thing I thought of. Couldn't you, in theory, remove the razor blade and then bring this with you, and then wherever you fly, just go buy razor blades, right? Like, if you get that 0.75 of an inch into something, that's gonna do a lot of damage, right? Like, hold on, let me see if I got some. Dang it, everything I have to cut here is something of value. Yeah, I don't wanna cut that either. Hold on. Okay, I did it. So, once this thing is in there, yeah, you're gonna do some damage if you need to. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, that's some damage. Man, that thing just floats in there, bro. That's kinda crazy. Yeah, it's all the way in there. There you go. That'll show you what it would look like on the inside there. That is full penetration. Full penetration. And then when you're done, you just that's it, right? Easy. So, I don't know, if you remove the blade, maybe you could, like, bring it with you. I don't know. Take on a plane. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, honestly, if you that's a mere flesh wound, depending on where you cut. Remember, anatomy, right? What's up, Bacon? Good to see you. Maybe you should jump out of a plane and open your beehole to land. Detective John Gimble. Dang. Let's see. What did I miss? GD Bacon, Sport Brands, C Designs. What up? What up? Water, bourbon later. Oh, what are you drinking? DB Cooper, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. My Gerber dagger will penetrate clean through most. Yeah, dude, those depending on which Gerber you're talking about, I got cardboard everywhere over here. Some of those old excuse me, some of those old daggers from Gerber, like the full tang, like the diver, I forgot what they were called. Guardians, maybe? Those things are badass, man. You can pry all day with those things. Solid AF, like a mofo. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's up, bro? Hey, you're past the epidemics at that point, 100%. Fluffy Bunny, did you get your package? You didn't get the, um the single pin jigs, yeah, those did not ship yet, but those should be shipped by tomorrow. If they didn't ship today, I gotta go back and look, but, your other package had some, extra stuff in it, so I just wanna make sure. Um Yep, DLD is gonna cut his wrist off. Yeah, I was careful, I was careful. Okay, yeah, you would die from that real quick, about 2 blocks if you're running, and that's that's an artery vein hit. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on where it's I mean, there's arteries all over your butt. What? Hold up, Fluffy Bunny. I sent that joint out like a week ago. About a week ago. Hold on. Now, I will let you guys know also that come on, that yo, why is my ish not working? Um USPS has been terrible. So anyone that has ordered anything from DLD Hardware, you need to know that if it is the pre-sale for the single pin locking block jig, it has not gone out yet, or it went out today, or it's going out tomorrow. Um, Anything else should have already been shipped unless you did not. And I got to check the records, but I know Fluffy Bunny. I know for a fact, 100% yours have been shipped already for days. So let me see real quick. I'll find you. Give me 1 second. Okay. Your name is Roger Layfield. I'm just kidding. Okay, so the locking block order obviously has not gone out yet, which says okay. Um, 17. Okay, hang on for 1 second. I'll find you. Give me 1 second. I'll just do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Maybe you know what? Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping, dude. I was thinking about the one I already sent you. That was mad long ago, dude. I'm tripping. Your other one has not gone out yet. My apologies. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff, y'all. Um, what the hell? Why is it being this difficult? Yeah, yours hasn't gone out yet, my brother. My bad. Oh my god. Oh, you know who I was thinking of? Bro, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Safeline Live. So Safeline Live, if you're out there, and Fluffy Bunny, I always take care of you, bro. I always take care of you. Anybody, if you order from DLD Hardware, um, if if obviously you're like privacy is 100% like don't put yourself out there if you don't want to, right? But if I see someone's username in their email, because I always print a packing slip and then I print the shipping label so they go side by side so I can double check the order and then double check the uh, like cross reference the shit and confirm it. If I see your email is like a username that like if I can tell you're a dilder and you order from DLD Hardware, I'm gonna hook it up. I'll throw in, I don't know if I want to say this because I throw in different stuff for different people, but like I'll throw in some extra shit to bless my viewers. So I try to take care of my peeps. So the one I sent. Okay, so I may have missed. There may have been one where you. It's so funny, Fluffy Bunny. One of your orders, it was like this is flagged as fraud. Like this, it's BS. The way that they do this system is crazy. But there may have been one or two that I just didn't realize it was you, and I didn't hook you up with extra stuff. I know on one of them I did, but I try to do my best. Like if I see your username on there, then I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna throw some extra stuff in there just to, just to be a homie. Um, of your jigs, looking forward to using one of your jigs on the new bridge frame. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, man. Being able to, you know, you guys like being able to support a company like Supply Co, for an example, who has the bridge frame for sale and they're Cerakoting them for 20 bucks. Like that's incredible. Like you're literally contributing to keeping the movement alive, right? And then if you choose to support a company like mine, DLD Hardware, and buy the jig, I also have the single pin jigs because one thing that Polymer 80 did not do is drill that locking block pin that they typically do. And they were like, we'll just let them figure it out. Like, no, we can't do that, man. No, we can't do that. Now, we have other solutions, 2 other solutions that are gonna be coming out soon. Actually, fuck it, we got way more than 2 solutions. I have a single pin jig for the 19 bridge frame. I have a single pin jig for the 17 bridge frame, if you guys didn't know that, it's coming out. Um, and I also have some other solutions that are coming up in the very, very, very near future that, will make it so you don't have to purchase 2 jigs. I'll just say that. So, but don't wait too long, right? Don't think that, waiting like a few weeks is gonna, help you save 30 bucks. It's not worth it. Also, we're seeing some creative things out there on the internet of things, and we're seeing some people come up with some ideas on how to drill the pinhole themselves. Jesus Christ, guys! I get it. Like saving 30 bucks is awesome, but like don't sacrifice your frame to not buy a $25 jig. Please, please don't do it. I beg of you, don't sacrifice your frame for that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, so there's two potential final solutions. The final solution is knocking that shit out of court so we don't have anything to worry about at all. We can go right back to building the frames, as they were before. Constitutional Carpenter, what's up, brother? Um, I'm that's the hope, right? But at the absolute like best case scenario, we're 90 days out from that. Best case, right? They may. Let's go on like the I am so enthusiastic about the positivity from these lawsuits that I just believe with 100% certainty we're going to win and we're going to, walk away like next week with a win, right? Let's say that's the case, okay? Let's say we get a temporary TRO, which is temporary restraining order, or if we get a temporary injunction or something like that that allows Polymer 80 to go back to selling the original frames and jigs together today, okay? Just boom, they can do it right now. Then one, it's not going to be permanent, right? Because it's a temporary injunction or a temporary restraining order until the court case is solved, settled, whatever, solved. You know what I'm saying? Completed. And then however the ruling ends is however the ruling ends. Until that time, and I believe that we will win, right? If there's any more justice left in the world, there's not, then I believe that we'll win. If we do, um, I'm sorry, if we do not win, I'm going to have a jig that will be able to drill all holes all in one jig. You don't have to spend 30 bucks on this jig and then 30 bucks on this jig just to build a more expensive frame. You'll be able to get one jig and it may even be made by DLD or maybe made by P80. I'm just saying, but there may already be one in existence. I just can't say that out loud yet on the stream. That's all I'm saying. Night night, Mike McClone. Appreciate you. Um, all right. Well, I'll leave a note for SafeLine Live. Okay. So SafeLine Live. I appreciate your order. I appreciate you a great deal. And I do want to let you know that when I saw the that you placed an order and I saw your email was SafeLine, I knew it was you, so I hooked you up and I threw a bunch of shit in there. So I hope you get that. Hope you enjoy it. Similar to what I did with Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, and like the people that I know are my people. I appreciate you guys a great deal. So anybody like that that does make an order from DLD Hardware, and I always look out for y'all. Throw some stickers, some punches. I've thrown a set of free punches, like the dope punches with the roll pin starters and the flat punches that you can use on the side of AR receivers and all that shit. Stickers, Glock sight tools, like just a whole bunch of stuff. I try to hook you guys up, man. I do my best. Hey, 1776 Supply Co. What up? We were talking about jigs prior and the frames and all that stuff. And I actually mentioned, of course, that you guys, have the bridge frame and are Cerakoting them for $20. If you've been wanting a white polymer 80 frame for all your life, now's your chance. Now's your chance. Do it. Do it now. It's worth it. It's worth it. Do it now. So and then of course, if they would be so kind to oblige, they could then purchase a jig from a great company like DLD Hardware. This stream is sponsored by DLD Hardware, where we wear your hard. I'll think of another slogan, but yeah, we have jigs. That's how about that? The jig is up. Um, let's see. Yes, I pay a lot for. Hold on, I missed it. Let me go back. Facts, dude. The amount of money I've put into building and parts, and I got okay. Here's the funny thing, right? I get on these kicks. So right now I have a 26 frame, a 26. It's a gray frame, a stainless barrel, and a lower parts kit actually from Supply Co. And if you guys know, there are Shadow Systems parts in their parts kits. So yeah, that shit's funky fresh. But if you're like me, I got a gray 26 lower, a stainless P80 barrel, lower parts and slide parts from Supply Co. And I have everything to do with Glock 26 build except a Glock 26 slide. If I had literally, I need one part to finish this build, and I haven't done it. It's all just sitting in there, and it's been sitting in there for like over a year. I just become lazy, become focused on other stuff. If I had like a gray or stainless 26 slide, it'd be boom. I'd have it put together like that. But I've been lazy. And that would be, I don't know, what would you guys, because if I put a black slide on it, black with a gray frame with a stainless barrel, that may look all right with the black trigger pins and stuff like that. It could look okay. Um, and so that's one. Then I got another. Actually, you know what? I have an AR build, not just any AR build. I have the Palmetto State Defense. Okay, Palmetto State Defense Carnicon lower with the Palmetto State Defense Carnicon Super Carbine, Super Carbine upper, and I have a bulk carrier group and what else? Buffer tube and like so if I got a barrel, I think I have a gas block too. I basically have like almost everything. So if you're like me and you got a bunch of parts and shit just sitting around, like you're like one or two parts away from a build, just go support one of our companies like 1776 Supply Co. Or like, the companies out here that are supporting us. We gotta take care of each other. Dark, no, I want to thank you. It's actually you that got me into building. Been a gun lover since I was a kid, but you got me wanting to build. So thank you. Dude, flock yeah. That's freaking awesome, man. I love that shit. That's so dope. Just to hear, like, look, you guys saw, like, when Marine Gun Builder was on, like, I literally learned how to build. Now, I'd been building prior to that, right? But like I had like started to perfect building skills watching him. So to have him come in and to be working with him and to be like looking at the person that like I was watching to learn from, that's so cool. So to then see that like in our little community, like, people learning how to build watching Gerd Shop. I'm just kidding. To see people like be like, hey, you inspired me to build, like that is fucking awesome. The only thing I would ever ask you guys to do is to please go out and help somebody else find building like we found building, right? Like encourage them to build some shit. Encourage them to even just like modifying some shit or just do one build, do a build together, right? That it's the coolest thing in the world. And yes, Vanessa Kitty nailed it. White camo is useless around here this winter and very cool at the same time. I almost all my shit is multicam and FDE. And it's like, look, it's partially effective, but I'll say this: multicam is more effective during more seasons, right? Because woodland is only highly effective in some areas in some times of the year, like the summer in Georgia in very thick trees, But there's so many different kinds of camo out there. I am. The jig is up. Digiflora is the way for camo. You know what? What is this new obsession with black multicam? Why is black multicam like taking over the world? Did I miss something or did I miss like a memo or something? I don't know. I don't know. Um we are working on a print that I was gonna hit up Sport Brand and talk about it. It's been busy lately, but I want to do something called a prick camo. A prick camo is basically going to be a pattern of all dicks, but be camouflage. And I think prick camo is, the most appropriate name for it. I thought about dick camo, but it just doesn't sound right. Like prick camo kind of flows a little bit more nicely, so I like that. I think I'm gonna go with that. Um, F black multicam deformed baby. That's an incredibly just like bothersome name. I don't know why. It just, for all we know, you could actually be, or you could have like had been a deformed baby, and now you're just a deformed man. I sent message on Instagram yesterday. What was it? What are we talking about? MGB. Oh, MCB. I was like, what? MCB is yeah, and lights up like Xmas tree under. Oh, for sure, for sure. Dark check Paul Ball comment. Okay, hang on. Where did I miss? Okay, so we were literally just talking about this. I made an announcement because everything is literally still down here, and I made a full apology, and I had said I know I've talked about this before, but like honestly, the moment that I wake up, it's like I get right into my job, with work, and then from work I go right to doing orders for DLD hardware, and when I'm shipping shit, although I am shipping shit every single day. I'm basically going and I'm printing every single packing slip and then every single packing or shipping label, and then I'm going and I'm fulfilling the packages and I'm shipping them. Then I'm taking them to the post office, and then of course there's the other life stuff like being a dad and all that, and having the channel and streams and the whole instructor thing. It's just taking a lot of my time. So because of that, I haven't gone back and actually put everyone's addresses in, and so the only thing that's held me back is just physically putting all the info in, buying the shipping labels, and, like, I don't care about the money, like, it's no tricks, no nothing, so here's what I said tonight. I was like, "Look, guys, because I've put this off from the New Year's stream, New Year's Eve stream. This is what I said. If I do not get everything shipped out within a week, so a week from today, well, it's tomorrow now. So let's say a week from Friday. If I don't get everything shipped out within a week, just so you know that I'm serious, I will delete everything. I'll delete my channel, I'll delete my Instagram, I'll delete my Twitter, I'll delete my all my YouTube stuff, I'll delete my company, DLD Hardware. I will disappear off the face of this earth because I would have failed you guys that much. And you know, I would never do that. So, because you know that I would never do that, you'll know that within the next week, I'll be shipping it. So, just throwing that out there, guys. I'm sorry. Um, oh, my bad, Paul Ball. I know it's a lot because, like, look, I do 3 streams a week usually, and they could be several hours. So a lot of times, shit may get missed, and it's my bad. Like, look, it is completely unreasonable that I did a New Year's Eve stream, and we're talking about me not sending the giveaway prizes on February 17th. Totally unreasonable, doesn't even make sense. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get them out within a week," right? And yeah, I'll get them out next week. And then it was like, "Oh, it's this time. Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. Oh, it's the," and I just kept getting sidetracked, y'all. But if I put like an hour aside and actually went through and put everyone's shit, because a whole bunch of y'all won shit. So please just know that I promise there's no tricks or no anything. It's just that all the shit is like down here at my feet, all of it, literally, like everything is down here at my feet, and I will get everything out. I feel the worst for Morningstar because he won that OTF knife like months ago, and I still haven't sent it. So I promise I will. So I don't have my daughter this weekend, so I'm going to put some additional time into doing this for you guys. Regarding this weekend, I will be. It's highly likely that I'll be connecting with the Tactical Turkeys this weekend in person and eat the bugs. I'll be connecting with the Tactical Turkeys in person this weekend at MD Arsenal. So for my stalkers out there, if you're looking for an opportunity to like see me in person and murder me, I'll be at MD Arsenal this weekend. So take your best shot. Just realize too that I usually wear armor and I usually wear at least one gun. Typically, I have a backup too, but it depends. So you won't know if I'm wearing the shoulder holster, if I'm gonna have a cross draw, if I'm gonna have like the appendix carry, or what backups I have. And at the very least, if you get me from the drop and you get everything off me, just know that I'm gonna pull something like this out of my beehole and cut your ass up. I'll get one lick in before I go. So I'm just saying. No, look, I'm joking. I know there are only like 3 stalkers that I have. So um, Goonbeam, yay, turkeys. Yeah, Goonbeam, holler at me about the Goonbeam light because I actually have a Goonbeam that I have not installed on a long gun, and it's just over there. It's dangling in my closet from the beautiful green Pelican case with the beautiful green paracord that it has on it. It's just dangling, just dangling. So, yeah, holler at me. I may even be willing to send that. I think he got the high lumen one though. I'll have to go back. I may have to completely rewatch my own stream, but I took notes of everything. Promise y'all. I won't let you down. I'm totally showing up now and full on Biden sniffing your hair. Look, dude, I'm when you see me, like what you see is what you get, man. I'm goofy. I fucking laugh. I hug everybody. I'm just I'm just a dude. I'm just a silly ass dude. If no one has claimed any prizes, I'll take one for the team. Send them my way. DLD After Dark. Yeah, well, I think there were some people that didn't actually reach out to me. And oh, Pistolite. That's right. You were right. Pistolite. Damn, yo, you guys gotta know. Oh, Princess Kicking Butt, don't tempt me with a good time. You can stalk all over me, all over me. So no, there's some people that did not reach out to me with info. So it's a possibility that like some people may not get their stuff, especially me being like, hey, a month and 18 days ago, you watched a brief stream and you won this shit, like, but some people, man, look, some people won 19 jigs, right? And the bridge frames are gonna be shipping if some of them are already shipping already, so it's like, shit, I mean, somebody literally may be able to build a gun just off of a jig that they won a month and some change ago, so that's cool shit. But anyway, look, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to an end. If you guys do feel, where did I p oh, if you guys do feel like supporting the, company, which also supports the channel, remember, you can get cool shit like this and the, multi-tools at TechKnifesUSA.com, and if you use code DARK, you get 20% off. Always a pinky promise. Um, and, highest protein per square foot, second is uh, are we talking about the same kind of protein? Okay, moving along. Um, per square foot. I don't even wanna think about that. Hopefully, you're talking about the bugs. So, the, uh, box cutter, sorry. The box cutter. I was just thinking about protein and ting ting. Um, so the box cutter, is one of the newest, coolest toys, and they come with a whole freaking stack of SK5 razor blades. So, yeah, check it out, and if you use code DARK, you get 20% off. I'm just saying. Take advantage, take advantage. And then, of course, we can't forget the Snaggletooth because, man, they made something special with this, and the way it sits, like, almost flush with the blade, and dude, it's dope. It allows you to put an Emerson wave type feature on any knife, any knife. So, yeah, support them too, man. And if you guys look, if you just go on YouTube and you type in Snaggletooth MF, I think it's Snaggletooth motherfucker. I think he literally named his shit Snaggletooth motherfucker, which is hilarious. Like I love that. Snaggletooth MF. Um, they got a bunch of videos. If you just go on one of their videos and comment and be like, DLD After Dark told me about your product. I love it. Just something like that. You would make such a big impact on this guy's self esteem, but also my relationship with the company as well, because you guys are the future and Wu Tang is for the babies. So, bringing this to a nice end, support all the companies that are in our little community that actually give a fuck about building. Okay, yeah, automatic razor blades, right? Like it's so cool. Um, support the companies that support us, right? Like support Supply Co, support Tack Knives, support Goonbeam. Like they're companies that are literally immediately right in our community that are purposefully making a positive impact on gun building. So show them some love. And I think actually Code Dark saves you money on Goonbeam too. Let me see. I got something for you is oh, sport brand. I love you. Um oh, it's so funny because no one in the world knows. But I mean that's the funny part, right? Okay, so links. Okay, so I got Goombame. All right, copy. I'll go to YouTube. And when I go to YouTube, oh, there's me. Look at that. New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. No, they can't. Dark 10% off, no tax, free shipping. What? Okay, boom. So there's your link. If you use that link, you use code DARK, 10% off, no tax, and free shipping. Damn, bro. Goonbeam. Thank you, my brother. And yeah, let's support our peeps, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supporting me, we supporting them, everybody supporting each other, and then we all good. Anyway, guys, look, I love all y'all. Y'all are so sharp. I'm just saying, y'all are so sharp. Get it? Tss. Fwah, 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 fwah. And as we bring this to an end, what I would like to say is that number one, I love all you guys. Okay, I cannot show enough gratitude to y'all, and that's the whole reason that I did the giveaway stream. Right, I literally like almost all that shit aside from, like, what Goombeam and other companies, like, put in, like, themselves to sponsor, and they did that out of the kindness of their own heart, out of their own profitability, out of their own product. They did that, right? And, aside from that, like, that was all my stuff, right? Like, I wanted to give it away to you guys to give back to y'all because you guys coming in and just chilling with us and just spending this time with me here, like, this is the reason my channel exists. Like, I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for y'all. So, I appreciate all you guys so much, and I don't know how I could show more gratitude to you guys. If you guys do wanna do, like, an in-person event or something like that, let me know. I mean, there's at least, like, 4 times a year that you can catch me somewhere. It's just not always convenient, and sometimes there's travel, which you'll always catch me at SHOT Show. Not always. You'll usually catch me at SHOT Show, moving forward at least. I'd only done a few in the past, but SHOT Show, and then, I was invited to The Gathering. I was invited to PSA's The Gathering. Like, holy fuck, like, the fact that my tiny ass little YouTube channel was invited to The Gathering is huge. So, I'm definitely going to, take advantage of that. I will be at the PSA, The Gathering. Then I'll be going to, of course, later on this year, I'll be going to Iraq Veteran Shoot. I've already done 2 events at XCal. I'll be going to MD Arsenal and, yeah. Hey, Rip Dango, bro. Thank you for the, $10 super chat, bro. Deep pockets. I said, "Thanks for a great show." Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope you were able to catch the part where MGB was here. Marine Gun Builder is just an incredible person, man. I love him. All the chief instructors at Freedom Crew University are great, man, and it's cool to be y'all are just fucking great, man, you know? And, yeah, if you guys do wanna do something like that, man, then, let me know. Bob says, Bob, what's up, brother? I'm sorry, I didn't even get to say what's up to you, you know, as an individual. My apologies. Much love, Dark. I've been hoping to see Bob Putang to thank him for getting my friend, and I into the Oaks show. Oh, hell yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, they're good peoples, man. Good peoples. Detective John Kimball, I understand family ties to your area. My buddy is waiting for his in-laws to die so he can escape Sacramento to rural Pennsylvania. 20 acres, yo. I gotta I gotta be honest, I'm really, really close to buying a property. It's probably gonna be a little ways out time-wise, but, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it when the time is right. I got some things I need to go through first. I think I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna get that property. And by property, I mean, like, enough property to shoot on, enough property to grow on, enough property to grow trees and have garden and but it's gotta be somewhere that's still reasonably close for my daughter, and I would probably it would be like a second property. Um, so yeah, the other thing is I'm gonna give away one of the tack knives multi-tools, and then I'm gonna give away one of the snaggle tooths. And what I'm gonna do, remember, I'm gonna go to the comments. So once this stream is over, we got 44 people in here, and once this stream is over, you'll be able to go to the video because it posts as a video, and you'll be able to drop comments. If you drop a comment, no matter what, at some point, may not be this week, next month, but at some point, I'm going to be taking all the comments and putting them in for giveaways. So you may just randomly get, win a giveaway. So keep that in mind. Oh, I thought you meant the ICP gathering. No, definitely not. But I do fucks with Twisted. I'm just gonna say, right? Just another crazy click. So in closing, y'all, I appreciate all you guys. I couldn't think of anyone else that I would rather just sit down and spend this much time with, except Ting Ting. I'll spend as much time with you as you like, Ting Ting. Um, I'll say my address publicly on the stream. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. I'm sorry, but for real though, I'm still legally married for now. But that will be over soon. Don't you worry. So, okay. Anyway, in closing, my apologies. My mind's in the gutter right now, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me bring it down a notch. In closing, I'm looking at 30 acres near Northeast. Okay. Damn, that's what's up. What did I miss about an M19? Been scrolling the net and listening to dark. All right, in closing, I'm gonna do my thing. All right. Yes, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, you got it. Best decision I ever made was to leave the city for a farm in the sticks, bro. That's where it's at, man. Right now, all my money is in, not all my money. A lot of my money is in guns, ammunition, and precious metals, brass and lead and aluminum mostly. Thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds of ammo. And mostly guns, ammo, gear, and shit like that, right? But I got a lot of money sitting in like other places that honestly it's just sitting. So it would be much more effective. Even if we're not like headed towards the boog, which I totally believe that we're all headed towards the boog. Don't get it twisted. It would be just from a financial standpoint, it would be a much better play just to put that in property and then just let it sit, even if we weren't headed towards the boog. But I think we're headed to the end of the motherfucking world for real. And I also think one thing with these Chinese balloons, let me just say this, okay? So, all right, look, so my title was playing off on clickbait, okay? It's funny, but we also kind of talked about some of this shit too, right? DLD Live, China balloon and chemical spill, acid rain, food and fuel shortages. Nothing to see here. Look, we all know like not enough firearms for food, that's for sure. The only way to do this is like straight up setting up something that is self-sustainable. We know that. I got a lot, but it'll never be enough. You cannot you can't hoard stuff and think that that's how you're going to live, right? Has to be something self-sustainable or sustainable, you know what I mean? Long term, longevity, baby. So, with all this, what I was saying is that like it would be wise just to put money in that, even if we weren't headed towards the end of the world, but just to sit on the property because property will always go up. There are times that it will fluctuate and go down. That just that's the way it goes. But if you look at the history of forever, real estate will always go up. Always. So, um, except for very, very, very rare exceptions. Now here we go, y'all. People are gonna be like, "Well, nah, dark in 2000." And I know, all right, I know. I'm just saying when you look at the forever timestamp, it always goes up. And then Detective John Kimball comes in with the save right at the end. Everything is gonna be okay. Okay, okay. I agree because no matter what, everything is gonna be okay, right? Like I don't know if you guys were Walking Dead fans, right? But I'll say this, we are the ones that live. We'll end on that, okay? We are the ones that live. Like, motherfuckers like us, we are the ones that live. I'm saying. Come fuck around and find out, and they're gonna find out. We're the ones that live. Alright, so same with guns, up, up, up. Yeah, that's for sure. Man, I got so many guns that I wish I never sold. Like, I stopped selling guns, like, 3, 4 years ago. And I won't sell them, right? And unless it's just something that I'm completely detached to, there's nothing I'm detached to. Barton Fink, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Um, I find no reason to sell it because I have made too many stupid, like foolish decisions to sell some type like I sold this dumb Smith and Wesson that I bought for, 350 or 400 bucks or whatever. It was hard to find ammo for. It had a grain restriction on it. Well, guess what? That was Smith& and Wesson 296, which is basically a J frame, almost J frame, a little bit larger. Technically, it's a K L frame, K/L frame, but it's a very, very small 5-shot 44 special built out of scandium and titanium, and that shit goes for like 2 grand now. Well, depends, right? Like 1,200 to 2 grand, depending on the condition. And if it's got all the original shit, right? I had a Smith& and Wesson model 1006 sold for 350 cash. Them bitches are going for over a grand, way over a grand. The 1006, the 10 millimeters. I had a but just a bunch of shit where I'm just like, "Oh my god, I never should have sold this," you know? So, yeah, I will not be selling firearms again until I need to, and then I'll probably just trade them for, food, water, fuel, things like that. Um, but there's no downside. It is the equivalent to a savings account that gives you the ability to, fight for freedom in the future. There is no downside to putting all of your money into guns. Period. You know what I'm saying? And of course, ammo, right? Your toys ain't gonna run without batteries. So I heard the LMT launcher was good. I was listening to you talk about the Spikes Havoc. Yeah, so the LMT, if you're looking for an actual destructive device, 100%. The LMT launchers can be had for under 2 grand, and at the time that I was looking at them, they're like 1,500 bucks, and you can get the lower and the upper and form one a destructive device. That's what I would do, and I would use LMT uh, upper and lower for sure, 100%. Z Chernobyl Farms, good price for land. I want to get away from major cities. At least I have a chance against the city punks. Yeah, you know, um, it's a challenge to place yourself because I used to be very close to the city, right on the line, and totally different perception of the world in that area. And it's just getting as far away as possible. You're also going to run into like-minded people too out in those types of areas. Okay. So yeah, bringing this to an end. I just want to say again, I'm super grateful for all y'all. Love y'all so much. Super grateful that Marine Gun Builder was able to come on, and we got some exciting stuff coming up for the streams to come. Very exciting guests, like very exciting guests. Um, I'm fuck it. I'm gonna have Palmetto State Armory come on the show, and I'm scheduling that right now. I'm scheduling some very very high end guests. We're also looking at I'm looking at setting up a second channel, which could be an actual fucking game changer. Okay. Um, I'm looking at a bunch of new things for the channel, the brand, the whole thing, right? So who knew that one day DLD DLD After Dark would turn into DLD After Dark and DLD Hardware and DLD, just all this little like thing that I see turning into something much bigger in the future. And I love it, man. And then becoming a part of Freedom Crew University and teaching people how to build guns. And this is just so dope. So anyway, in closing, I'm going to go through my typical rules that I go through. Okay, which are probably also going to evolve and get bigger and better. Rule number one is to be kind. It is so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief little interaction that you have with somebody else could have a huge impact on their life. Okay, so be kind. Rule number two is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you give to others, when you bless others, you become blessed. That's just the way that the world works. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number three, we know that the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men and women skilled in violence. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. If you don't schedule Dugan, then I'll truly did no, we cannot say that. That's actually something I'm working on, Kimball. So get comfy. Um, Working on it. I just got to go through messengers because yeah, just wait. I'm working on that. I'm working on a bunch of stuff, and guests are something that's really important to me because like I love this. I love us just being able to talk is super dope. I love it. If you guys do want to be entered in the giveaway, leave a comment after this drops. It also helps a great deal with the analytics. Like that pushes the video out and it helps give the channel more views, especially with a hilarious title like it has now. It's probably going to get an ass load of views because China balloon, chemical spill, acid rain, food and fuel shortages. Those are like the top terms for it's gonna blow up, and people are gonna be like, "What? This is clickbait," which is gonna be hilarious because it's a joke, bro. It's a joke. Because I know if I put like live with Marine Gun Builder, why? Like, he's here. He's here. Anyway, I love all you guys so much. And I just want to share gratitude with you all. And when I say all the shit that I say at the end of the show, right? I truly do mean that. Okay. I mean, like, everything that I say, be kind to anyone and everyone all the time. Don't be weak, right? You can be meek and not be weak, right? And the whole thing about giving to others, right? Like, contribute to your brothers and sisters within our community, right? Contribute to brothers and sisters within our world, regardless of their beliefs. As a matter of fact, I would say especially if their beliefs differ from yours, because you can totally change a person's thoughts and beliefs just based on them being like, "Whoa, this is a dude from that side of things, and he's super nice and kind. He's not a crazy racist MVE." That's what a lot of these people think, right? So, it makes an impact when you are different, when you paint a different picture than what people expect. Um, and then of course, just be a good person, and thank you, Taco Syndicate. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all you guys. And just be the best ambassador of our world that we can, and let's just keep this movement alive for as long as possible. Man against the masses. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Yes, tomorrow we will be live. You will see a live stream come up tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Peter Rowe. What's up, Peter? Good to see you. You just came in right on time. Um, yeah, it'd be great to have you. Ting Ting, it'd be great to have you too. Tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, you're gonna see a live stream come up. It will be live on all like MGB's channel, my channel, all the instructors that we mentioned. All of our channels are going live at the same time. If you could view it through my channel, that would make me very happy. I would appreciate that a great deal. And yes, see, Sport Brand knows what's up. Talking to people is the only way to gain true intelligence. Talking to smart people. Um, yeah, 100%. So yeah, come on the live stream. Come all over the place on the live stream tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And y'all motherfuckers know that I love y'all so much. Take it easy, be safe, and carry your motherfucking pistol. Bye. Peace. Give me back my motherfucking pistol. I clicked to leave, but it didn't end the broadcast. So we'll try that again. Give me back my motherfucking pistol. I'm Pinky.